2020 Vision Radio,
your 24-hour companion.
Hi, I'm Sister C of 2020 Vision Radio. Vision Radio is a non-profit making online radio station. All staff working to serve you, the listening and viewing public. As we serve, we also see the need to serve those who are not technically savvy, especially the elderly, the shut-ins, and persons with disabilities, to which end we are looking forward to take 2020 Vision to another level, of course, with your generous assistance of taking 2020 Vision Radio to the airwaves on the FM frequency. Go to our GoFundMe page, 2020 Vision Radio, and make a donation of which you can afford. Help us to help everyone in this quest. Thank you for what you're about to donate as we look forward to serving you online and in the not-too-distant future on 2020 Vision FM.
I'm here saying for us to represent for the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Big up Bankie, DJ X-Way, you know. So tune in, and if you're on the internet, zoom in. One love, from the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Peace to the man. Ain't no place like home. Me don't know about you.
It's Everything Agriculture with Bankie and Company, your weekly educational agriculture show on 2020 Vision Radio. Tune in every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. for us to learn, share, and grow together. Call in on WhatsApp at 1-869-669-7312. Using Digicel, call 766-7312. And our landline number is 469-7953. You can call us on the overseas line at 917-460-2187. From farming to livestock to fishing to agro-processing, we talk everything agriculture.
Our farmers and fishermen are our unsung heroes. It's time we honor them in our calypsos. We take them for granted, their sterling contribution. So I come to give them their due recognition. It's a beautiful morning here in the island of Sweet Orly, and right behind me, this area is a beautiful area which is called a new development called Nugent's Height, just below Kodak Road. Daily, I keep coming in this area here. A lot of traffic, high traffic driving in this area here, and all the homes in this area here, as I say, it's a new development. None of the homes cost under 600,000 EC, or I could say 600,000 US. It's a very high-end area. And one of the sad things been happening in this area, daily people come here, park up their cars. What my concern is what keep happening here every day. Dumping upon dumping. And that's why you see my name is Bankie. I created the Everything Agriculture Show. I'm the main host and I have a co-host. This is not good. Everything agriculture is about caring for the environment and making it healthy, and especially in these times we're talking about COVID and sicknesses. I can go many places and find this area here where every walk of life, people in society come and dump their stuff, live where they live and come and dump their stuff. And I don't see why we live in one area and come into an area which is newly developing, where houses are over $1 million. And the thing about it, people in this area here also walk this street every day. So I know they know something going on around here. But somehow people seem to not care. But I care about the environment, I care about Nevis. And when I see things like this, I can't sit quiet and don't say nothing. And it's irked me daily. I pass all the time. People inside here chilling. Whatever you see, as you hear noise passing, vehicle passing, but nobody have an interest until to come inside here and park up. And what you can see in front of you, you have farmers now joining the crew, dumping tomatoes, cucumber, as you can see, sweet potatoes, pumpkin. You have homeowners, whoever bring here, water heater, washing machine, stove, pots, clothes, toys, flat screen TVs, whatever you can name it, rum bottles, furniture, just all around, 180 degrees. Land furniture, patio furniture. It's a real shame that we jump on the radio and go to wherever we go, to churches, and have our position in society and have this division of classes of every society people, and yet we still have a nasty mentality of dumping our garbage any way. And then earlier last week. I came up here in Nugent's Heights. That I talk about where some illegal dumping was taking place. I come back here to see, at least a week later, solid waste come through and do some cleaning up, which I greatly appreciated. Most the solid waste now, they do a good job. Come back and clean up the area, much better. I hope our eyes keep on this area, and as you look, somebody come back and dump a fresh set of stuff in this area here. Garden stuff. Could you believe this? Well, Saturday is cleaning the area. People come and dump stuff. You have noni and different cactus part, which means somebody doing some garden work for somebody, landscaper, and come back in the same area the same being cleaned up by solid waste, making an effort. I mean, just one or two things laid back here. I'm not sure if, if they're going to come back and move this stuff or whatever, but overall, the place looked much better than how it was, so I must give kudos to solid waste. But just to see solid waste trying to keep the area clean and somebody come back and dump stuff right back in the area. Something wrong with us around here. Yeah, we good X-ray? Supposed to be good? Yeah? Alright. Somebody was saying they couldn't hear the sign. Alright, so I just wanted to show that this is what everything agriculture is all about. Still if you're saying the volume is low, X-ray up some volume there so they can hear us or something like that. Yeah? So everybody saying sound now. Alright. Okay, good. Well, as I said, I mean, let me start back over. In case I didn't hear what I was saying. I was just referencing to the video that I showed earlier about the illegal dumping going on up in Nugent's Height. And this is the second time around because we had did some complaint and solid waste did came and clean up the video again about 2 years ago with Mr. Decent himself getting contact. Appreciate it, nice. And they come back around again. Keep monitoring. I always have my eyes out and looking in different places where I say, can we tend to litter a lot in St. Kitts and Nevis? I don't know why. I drive behind different vehicles, people throw things out the vehicles, all type of people in society. You understand? Do a lot of illegal dumping, and you'll be amazed at doing this illegal dumping. So, solid waste came about and cleaned up the area. While they cleaned up the area, somebody came within this and put more garbage there. Then it's really sad. They're really trying. Then we pass back today, the area even look much better. They even cut down, move some of the shrubs that is close to the roadside, so there's no more privacy. So which means nobody get back in there to have the little chill spot no more. So it's not a chill spot no more. So they'll have to find the next chill spot. All used to go there and chill. So too much bad apple spoil the pot for most of the division who trying to, to do good and who don't lit and stuff like that. So I just want to say good evening to those in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the neighboring islands, those in the diaspora. As far as Costa Rica, we have a big listening audience down there. Some young people down there going to school, studying agriculture. So big up Heidi and her crew who listen to the show all the time and loving Nevis at the same time. So much appreciated. Also those in Taiwan, Africa, the US, not forgetting those in Canada and England. Big up Tilliman
and his crew up there. And Mr. I think it's Mr. Doe have some friends, family up there who definitely don't go to sleep until, you understand, they listen to everything agriculture show. So much shout out to him and his family and all that. So big up Rasta Diva Davis, bad with names, but forgive me, you know who I mean. So tonight we have some guests in the house, and as usual, we'll be talking about cannabis and the industry and the way forward. Let me see where I'm at right now. Also, I want to say, big up to Paris Leafy Greens. I mean, he's a young entrepreneur who been started up his hydroponic system, mainly growing lettuce, different varieties and stuff like that, and getting much support. I mean, usually he donates stuff to today we dropped off some stuff at the Alexander Hospital, also at Gender Affairs, and also to the elderly who tend to have a kitchen going and cook food and pass it off and stuff like that. So he's been doing a wonderful job. So I want to encourage you to support Paris Leafy Greens, and if you want to reach Chris, which most of us name as just is 663-3392, and even if you're in St. Kitts, I mean, definitely he'll get. I think his product also is available in Rams and Valumart in St. Kitts also. I can contact him definitely and get any amount of lettuce you want. Very good, young, and vibrant gentleman, and willing to share his knowledge with anyone who have the interest in farming the same way.
Repeat the number.
Number is 663-3392, and that's Paris Leafy Green, and the owner, Chris, as we know him, some people might know him as Richard. So support Chris and his Leafy Greens lettuce. You don't know, most of the time you could say it's 100% organic. The crop just grown straight without any type of, pesticides or any stuff. Anything that is used, it's gonna be 100% organic, or some neem oil and stuff like that. So you're getting something that is safe, and the product will sell for it. I just said the proof is in the pudding, right?
Yes.
So once you have these lettuce, you'll see how long the shelf life is once you rest it down, and the taste is everything is there, because it's grown in a system where you don't know it's getting all its nutrients. So once a plant getting all its nutrients, just like you're eating X-ray, you're eating dry bread and dip it in your tea, and we're eating all the meat and everything, you don't know how you go. You understand? Getting more nutrients is the same thing with the plants and stuff like that. So go out and support Richard and Paris Leafy Greens. Also, last Friday was the agricultural open fair. Last Friday, it was well attended. The public came out. The vendors then came out and take part. So I know hopefully everybody made some money, and the interaction was good. Some of the vibes. Partner in sync in the agriculture department came over, the peers and his delegate, along with the directors and stuff like that, and some of our co-workers. Big up your Shane and Teresa and Gloria and them. They all came over, and we have some fun and stuff like that. So it was a beautiful thing. As you see, cold keep moving, and people come and get their fresh vegetables. The abattoir, as I said, Gary says it open 7 o'clock sharp, and Gary stick to what he's saying at 7 o'clock. Before 7 o'clock, Gary's selling meat. You understand? So people come and get their stuff, and it was all good. Very, very good. So I'm glad, at the same time, Extension had some, it wasn't as big as before, so, we had to downsize. So the young Extension crew came together without we knowing, and came up with a concept of what a model farm should look like. We sat down, discussed it in the meeting, and we put everything on paper, and they had it on paper already, how it laid out, and we just bring it out to life. So that was a beautiful thing. Very proud of them. Later on, I'll show some of that, and with also some feedback from the viewers who come around and take some pictures and the little interview at the same time. Also, I started the Department of Agriculture along with Health Promotion, and Mike and Helmville started a YouTube show. You can find it on Navis Agriculture YouTube. It's you'll find 2 shows there, On the Farm, and you'll find one, The Pharmacy. The Pharmacy is the new show. The On the Farm was there already, which I used to host with Rohan Isles, but then that show, the movie from that show started the next show, which is called The Pharmacy, along with a young lady, Oceana. Yes, very beautiful young lady, and when I say beautiful, inwards, you understand? Very vibrant and positive, and I think we both blend well together, you understand? I must big up her mom, Ardit, you know what I mean, who been a very good friend of the family. She and my older brother get along very well. I think they were classmates and stuff like that. Beautiful young lady. So Oceana must give you enough big respect, I mean, for being a part of the show. So it's me and Oceana, and then Oceana will speak at the health promotion part about about our fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, the fruit of the week and the vegetable of the week. And she'll speak of the health benefits and stuff like that. And then I will speak how to grow the crops. And then Chef Henry will whip up a nice dish and give you all the recipes and stuff like that. So we hope you all tune in and just log on to Nevis Agriculture and you'll find those 2 show days. There's a few episodes and encourage you guys to start growing your food because realize COVID ain't going away.
Okay.
You understand? So he said you're going to line up and get your vaccine, I'm going to start grow your food and let your food be a vaccine. So I work with you guys, like giving you all the tools so you all can, you understand, start growing some of the food that you eat. At least you know some of your food is safe. And then tonight we're going to be giving away some stuff as usual. It's a 6 months vibes and have Mr. Morton and his wife in the studio. As you all realize, they ain't. I can't call them guests no more. Them like extra co-host. What is the X-ray? Because they're family now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. So extra than Mark the same way. So we're gonna have some giveaways from our popsicle Passy, a good friend over in Brownhill there. Sasha, I mean, she had created so many different types of popsicles from kiwi, banana, strawberry, chocolate, cookies. I can't even call it one. She got so much varieties. And this is one here where she got a new one added now with coconut, papaya, and cannabis. But ladies, they've been playing a tal. So tonight, I mean, we'll ask question. You all will get a chance to win 2 popsicles of your choice from Sasha. And also get a chance to you'll get with that a cannabis roots drink from me, compliments me, and also some giveaways package from Nature's Best. So Christmas come early. Where's the X-ray? So they're getting 2 popsicles of their choice. It don't got to be the cannabis, whatever other choices, their choice. And the roots drink is the cannabis roots drink. I mean, just take your time and sip on it. You understand? Until you drink everything. Just drink. And remember, once you call in tonight, remember it's all 18 and up. 18. You understand? No one under 18.
That was last week for under 18.
Yes. This tonight is no under 18. You know what I'm saying? So, parents' discussion is advised, right? All right. Put out all the clause early up. Okay, so X-ray, did you realize about the cannabis now in New York City moving full speed? Governor Cuomo speak about putting, recreational marijuana in place, and those who are going to benefit most is those who been mostly affected over the years, which mean, well, the African people. I don't like to use this word black people, and you know something to show you, and whatever. I mean, the blacks in America and the Hispanics, as they put it, those who always been ill-treated. So I know a lot of people are going to be vexed about that, but he makes sure at least 50% those who are going to benefit is women also, you understand, within the environment, and as I said, those who've been greatly affected. Also, he don't really see what, at least at the end of the year, they're about to make, they would estimate it to make over $350 million at the end of the year. So you see everybody watching at the amount of money. So everybody's coming on board, you see what I mean? And they already letting the police and them ease up half of these people and don't harass them, because they're allowed to walk with 3 ounces of herb and of cannabis at the same time. And those also who had records, I mean, all the records are going to be expunged and stuff like that. So they're moving in the right way, in a sense like that. So I hope that at least we're looking forward in a sense and look at look at each areas that put things in place, who working with those who get greatly affected. Throughout the Caribbean, you see sometimes we have some high prices, and then those who are supposed to benefit are not benefiting, those who have been affected mostly. So hopefully we have something different than this as we realize and work with it. Because if one thing I know we can go around here, we could use the soil, we could make stone and grow anything with it. That's what we can do, because we've been doing it for centuries. Growing sugarcane, growing tobacco, cotton. So we don't need nobody to come tell us how to do something.
Stuff, right. That
is just the reality about it, Carl. We are God's children. We are created in the image of the Creator. You understand? And that's how we're supposed to look at things. 'cause we are gods. Somehow we don't want to accept who we are as individual, but if you know the power that possesses within you, we have built the whole world. So ain't no reason why we can't engage on this. And the same, what in some of the governor come along with certain institutions speak about is the amount of money there to be made within this industry. And if you don't get on this train and get left behind, you're going to be in some serious problem, because Canada boasting about how much money they made last year, over $4 billion. Just off of, you know what I mean, taxes alone, off of this industry. So you know how much people going to be employed. Because in New York City, they're talking about they're going to be employing over 30 to 60,000 people. That's a big jump in people who are not working, and is not speaking about whether it's male or female, is all gender across the board. You know what I'm saying? So that is one part of what is going on within the cannabis industry. So here in Nevis, I mean, we're not sure what's going on. You know, we're allowed to have 5 or 6 trees, and certain things are passed in the house where you can have up to 56 grams, but then the amount of trees is not on paper. So then you'll have issues where people still, still going on taking up trees and, you know, causing a conflict. They would say, well, your tree too big. I don't understand how a man can tell you have 5 trees and then tell you your tree too big. I mean, it's like you're getting a girl pregnant telling, well, me wants your belly too big. It's nature. In nature, you can't tell nature what to do. So, I mean, those are some hideous, things to say, but that is what the system is, and that is how they're working with it. So in the studio, we have Mr. Morton and his wife. I mean, they've been busy as usual. You yourself took part, in the agricultural food fair, Miss Morton. Yes. You're acting so shy tonight. I mean, I understand this.
Yeah, I have to check if the mic on.
Really? Why you acting so shy?
It is.
The mic on, man. So how was... Welcome. I mean, you're in a guest, your family. You've been here so much they must stop counting now. So you are just, from a call, you will never say that you're only coming. And that is what I love about you. Look, at the same time, you promote your stuff, and you can't go wrong when it comes to media. You never know who's watching, in a sense like that. So while we're here, let me just start with the first giveaway, and then we continue. We're going to start continuing with Morton. What is the 2 type of cannabis strains out there? Let me see who's going to get the first bag of goodies early Christmas time. So Miss Morton, let the people know who you are and why you're part of this show when it comes to the cannabis industry and why you want to be a part of it.
Okay, good night again. Thank you, Bankie, for having us on the show.
Yes.
Can I hear that now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Closer to the mic.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Pull the mic to you and talk, man.
Good night, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you again, Bankie, for having us on the show. I'm no stranger here, as Bankie said. My name is Kamisha Morton, owner of Nature's Best, and we are located on Government Road. We are best known for our all-natural and organic skincare brand. We are here tonight because we have input cannabis into some of our products, and I'm using cannabis because during my studies it is shown that cannabis also have a lot of benefits for the skin and, well, the body in general, from the hair, the skin, internal, and everything. So we use the cannabis in soaps. Right now we have a new product which is an anti-itch ointment for eczema and other skin issues like cirrhosis and so on. And our new product we have again is our hair conditioner, also infused with cannabis oil. Some of our soaps, our new soaps that we have, we use cannabis oil as well, and we also do cannabis soap. As I said on one of the shows last time, the cannabis interacts with the CBD that is present in our skin. So using the cannabis on the skin, it's very helpful actually, because it helps counteract with what we already have into our skin, known as the CBD cannabinoid receptors. So it's helpful.
Well, I mean, what you're saying is that, remember, as I started talking about earlier, we are created with the image of the creator, and the creator created all these things, and then the creator just last. So which means this plant was around for thousands and millions of years, which mean they having all the receptors that we have in too.
Yes.
And that is right for us.
Yes.
So the creator know what he was doing. All right. So we're speaking on a level of where we're supposed to connect with nature itself, where water, being around water, it calms you, it relaxes you. If you are going to get therapy, in most of these places you'll find they are built and surrounded with nature itself, so that you could be relaxed. And music, well, nature. You listen, if you go in the mountain, you hear the birds whistling, and it's natural mystic, you know. So the cannabinoids is a part of the cannabis plant, which is a part of our body.
Yes.
So
but
yes,
we get some answers.
you got some answers. So you have to go back with the first one. The terms of who was that person?
CJ Farrell say indica and sativa.
So with CJ Farrell is in Nevis, because we seem to have a lot of people all overseas. So if CJ Farrell is in Nevis, then CJ Farrell will contact Popsicle Posse, Sasha, at 662-2162. 2162, and then he contact me, and he'll get his roots wine, and then
he contact you first.
He could contact any one of us. He contact me, and I'll give him. He could contact Sasha by yourself, because he's 2 different person. You have to collect the stuff from me. The roots drink. He says you're going shopping around. He have to get from me, and then get from Nature's Best. They have the Nature's Best package. We will have different stuff in there, the cannabis soaps and whatever goodies inside there. And then Sasha, you go by Sasha, and they get you to choose if you want the cannabis popsicle, I want, do you want the kiwi, his choice, his flavor. If you don't want the cannabis, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's what it's all about. Okay, you're saying something, Mr. Morton?
Well, I'm not ready to jump in yet,
okay,
unless you're going to call me in.
Well, all right, let me continue then. Also, let me ask the next question while we're going at it. Well, since, we already know, I just want to know 2 physical, you understand, things that you can see, how you can identify the difference between the sativa plant and the indica plant, because this is going to show us if they've been paying attention in school and doing their homework. I think we've been hearing enough information. So we're looking for 2 distinct physical, just one distinct physical property you can tell between the indica plant and the sativa plant. So if you see a sativa, you're supposed to know what it is. And if you see an indica, you're supposed to know what it is. Simple. All right? It's not that hard. So, well, we continue at it. So this industry, definitely nothing is really going on. We're at a standstill, and agriculture, everybody getting into the backyard farming, and if you go around the island, you realize everybody doing something, whether it's cooking, got to do it agriculture the same way. What they got to do, it's just so much going on. A lot more people farming, they're cooking, they're being creative when it comes to the popsicles, as this is what's going on. All these different products is plant-based. So it's still agriculture. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So we really got to try to diversify our economy. But somehow we just depending on one thing, the tourist industry. The tourist industry still going to need food to eat, you know.
All right.
They're still going to need, the tourism does not come for the sandy beaches, don't come to taste with nice herbs, same way, you know. And this is reality about it. They don't just want to drink the killer bees, they want to drink some herb wine too. They want to use the herb soap same way. They want to use the oil, they want to get the edibles. It's so much different usage of one plant. And yet, we're not really, we're still going around, doing around the rosea, posea, however it is, finding ways and means where you have the technician here and the everyday people that you want to, the same people you want to provide jobs for, it's the same people that are here who are already doing the groundwork, you know, and who been using this herb all the time and who been doing all the different processing. So if you open it up to them to where they can go and sell their stuff, you wouldn't have to create, they're working for themselves, you know.
Right. The jobs are already
the jobs already there, can they be doing it all the time? They can just now expand it bigger and develop the product how they want to, where they don't have to hide. And that is the thing about it, because the thing about it, you don't even know who is behind a lot of these products and who will be call me. Even at the agricultural fair, I met a next young lady, she's in a different part of work, but at the same time, I didn't even know. You understand that she make edibles and oils and soaps and beautiful things. So you have a lot of people out there already developing the cannabis industry and the ganja industry. And this terminology put of it where all of a sudden, this wise guy come up with a big term now, medical marijuana. But then if you know, it's been messing all the time, all the time. You got Sheldon on the line. Remember Sheldon, right? Yes. So we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna be back.
You could have dropped a word in pan me. Which one you want, video or we go normal?
Play the normal, and then we can come back.
I'm here saying for us to represent for the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Big up Bankie, DJ X-Way, you know. So tune in, and if you're on the internet, zoom in. One love, from the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Easy the man, ain't no place like home. Me don't know about you.
It's Everything Agriculture with Bankie and Company, your weekly educational agriculture show on 2020 Vision Radio. Tune in every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. for us to learn, share, and grow together. Call in on WhatsApp at 1-869-669-7312. Using Digicel, call 766-7312. And our landline number is 469-7953. You can call us on the overseas line at 917-460-2187. From farming to livestock to fishing to agro-processing, we talk everything agriculture.
Hi, and welcome to the pharmacy.
I am your host, Oceana O'Loughlin.
I'm your co-host, Ronald King, aka Bankie.
And the fruit of the week is orange or sour orange. Sour orange is high in vitamin C. It also provides some calcium and vitamin A. It helps prevent some cancers, may help manage diabetes, and helps manage low blood pressure. The vegetable of the week is tomato. Tomatoes are a good source of several vitamins and minerals such as vitamin C, potassium, vitamin K, and folate. Other health benefits include lowers risk of heart disease and improves skin health. I encourage you to go out and get some sour orange and tomatoes.
Definitely, we encourage you to get some sour orange, especially in this tropical condition where you can have a glass all year round.
That's awesome, Bankie. Now we'll take a break and
we'll be right back.
No? Good?
We should be good now.
All right. So, anyone get the answer for what's the difference between how you can identify those, the difference between the indica and the sativa? No?
Now you have a few answers here.
A few answers, but who back up? You know why to skip those who answered before. And then...
Okay, so indica leaves are dark green and sativa leaves are light green.
No, me now work with the one that's not a good answer. That's not the answer I'm looking for.
Indica is shorter.
And what?
No, nothing else.
That's it.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine. Who is that?
Alicia Morton.
Alicia Morton. Alicia Morton. Okay. Well, Alicia Morton. I mean, you are the winner of Christmas Come Early. You get a roots wine and courtesy from myself, and you also got a chance to win. You already win two popsicle from Popsicle Posse of your choice, and also a package from Nature's Best. So Christmas Come Early for Alice. So Alicia, you said is Alicia and Nevis? I think so, right?
She didn't win something before.
Alicia, that's why I realized that they're so familiar. Yes. Okay, nice. And the first one was who again?
CJ Farrell.
CJ Farrell. Okay, nice. All right. So, Miss Morton, how was first time at the agricultural fair you take part in it? And what was your experience like? And plus, you had some of your products that made from cannabis, and how was the public receive it in a sense like that? So, tell me what your experience was like at the Agro Fest.
Well, the experience was quite welcoming. It was our first time, and
yes,
I wasn't sure what to expect, but however, it went well, and as well. I've been in business for quite a number of years, so it's not the first time that I've been out and surrounded by so many different people.
Nice.
And how to manage them without help, because
yes,
my husband was at work,
okay,
my daughter was at school, so it was basically
wait
me alone.
Wait, back up. You was at work. You weren't fit. What Department of Marine Resources were doing some junk of fish thing going on there? I mean, understand that. Huh? Speaking the mic, man.
I was on a workshop.
All right, okay. Well, I understand. Well, that's so much better. You let me say. I wonder if you're out there doing all kind of things that. Out there, make sure the fishermen are bringing in the fish. Can you see you at work? I wonder what's going on if you wasn't taking part at the fair itself. All right, continue.
So I was swamped,
yes,
and I appreciate it much. Loved by all the customers. Some were first timers. They said that they heard about us, and.
Feedback there? Shannon on the line. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yes, so they have heard wonderful reviews and the feedback from other persons, so they came to see what we have to offer.
Nice.
Some who just popped in and said they expected to see us here because they're looking for some of our products.
Wow.
And some of our products were sold out,
nice,
including our castor oil and majority of the small hair growth serums.
Nice.
Our turmeric soap was sold out. Our cannabis soap was almost sold out.
Yes.
What else? Our basket. Well, actually, we had a basket of giveaways for the first 10 customers.
Nice.
And that was almost empty.
Okay.
So at one point I started giving persons 2 and 3 because I didn't want to go back home with the basket.
I got you.
And this
nice.
is just me.
Yes.
And then there's somebody who just popped up, and I'm always giving. So I put a package together and I gave him.
Beautiful.
And he was so happy to receive it.
It's always better to give and than to receive, because you'll get more blessings. You understand?
So it's just us. And then it was good. I cannot say much, and I want to thank God for all the customers out there who supports Nature's Best,
yes,
and who believes in Nature's Best and believe in our products.
So
right.
We did hear about your products on this show.
Most of the persons
yes,
I've interacted with, they
yes,
heard from the show,
yes,
Facebook,
okay,
word of mouth, because
yes,
a lot of persons talk about us.
Yes.
Imagine when a few days ago I got 2 persons who called me from St. Kitts and said that someone gave them one of our products to use.
Wow.
So they called because they want the entire package in
yes,
that area.
Nice.
So right now we're working on sorting them out to send everything over to them because they use the hair oil for the first time and
yes,
they like it.
Okay, so how can people reach you if they want those who listen for the first time, and even those who know where you are, you know what I mean? Just give out your telephone number
Okay.
and your contacts.
Nature's Best is located on Government Road, right below the Church of Christ, right in the junction below the hospital area. We can be contacted at 663-7646 and
Yes.
764-8793. We are also on Facebook at Nature's Best SKN and Instagram Nature's Best.
So continue about your experience at the open day. I'm listening, you know, because you see, for me, the open day.
It was overwhelming.
Okay.
And at one point, because I was surrounded by so many people, you know.
Well, that's what it's all about. It's a
So,
fair where
yes,
those
right.
who, because you see, when it comes to that fear, you realize those who your competitors are, and at the same time, it's about networking. And then you realize, you know what? I thought my thing was niche, but then I realized these people have a different battle. You understand what I mean? So you all work with each other, and that's what it's all about. So it's nothing to feel, timid about, but at the same time, interact with those who are next to you, and you all learn from each other, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. A lot of persons was very contented, I would say, with the packaging and everything. A lot
Of course.
persons took pictures.
Yes.
As well, we had a lot of sales, I should say. As I said earlier, grateful for all the support and the love from the community.
Definitely.
And yeah.
Because you have to remember, you know, this is the way that all the Caribbean countries are leading to cosmetics, but at the same time using cannabis, which is the green gold. And here you have a young couple, husband and wife, applying their craft, you know, adding it to your products, and which is natural products you're all doing, which is the way to go. You can't put a price and stuff like that, and your product can stand up next to anything. The packaging is brilliant. Just how looking at it, you wouldn't even think it's made here, but it just shows it doesn't matter how big the size of the country are. That don't have nothing to do with the people living on the island, you know.
Right,
You understand, and that we have to realize. We tend to realize, you got to be 1 million square mile or have 1 million people. So it don't work like that. You understand? Small axe cut down big tree.
Right.
And a cutlass cut down tree all the time, you know. A little fork dig up and pull up a whole acre land, you know. Can man do it all the time. File down the teeth of the fork. Actually, you know what the things there? Work a fork till you file down. Work a cutlass till it come down like a knife. Alright, so you know your put in works. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. So you all can compete, and those who are start the fair also do can compete. So this is why this show is all about. You understand? Bringing people within the agricultural sector, whether it's the fisher folk, those in the animal husbandry, those in the poultry, in small ruminant, it doesn't matter. It's everything agriculture. Even those in the forestry area, those in the marine, because somehow fisheries and agriculture, they have separate buildings, and so we might in the same building, but they need to work together more tight. Because me and my boy vibes, I have a little clash sometimes. That fisheries is not agriculture, but me not say like that. Once a food and a nature, me throw everything under one boat. Whether you drive your car, something agriculture must be a part of it. The seats, the tires, it's just a reality about it. Some even use corn. Some big farmers in the outside world making big money just they not grow corn for you to eat the corn, no. They growing corn for motor industry for biofuel. So right there, the agricultural sector already been affected by whether you gonna feed people or you want a luxury vehicle that don't use petroleum and you know what I mean, clean air, as you're putting it in a sense like that. You see what I mean? So this is where agriculture is been going, and technology is a part of agriculture. I've been doing stuff. Just finished a workshop in Israel there, a webinar, and it's all about drones now. And then I heard also St. Kitts, we have a robotic team in St. Kitts. I must big them up. I heard them a couple of times on the radio station in St. Kitts, and they're now working on a drone to use to spray the field. You know what I mean, in farming, and they also compete in the outside world, and they're ranked real high. So it shows, as I speak about, even though we're small,
they still can produce.
Of course, great minds. You see what I mean? So I must big up this CFBC robotic team. So one is they all, like, you know what I mean, I have to get in contact with the gentleman at the college, so I can have an interview with him about what they've been doing for technology for farmers in a sense like that. Because believe me, is now those people in the outside world are relying on their expertise for robotics, and it's both male and females on the team. So we're doing our part, and we need to recognize the stuff. You know what I mean? And we need to have young people going out there and competing and loving we got to work with technology. Because we realize everything we evolve around us, they're going to blame us as the problem, human, They're not blame the animal, marijuana, Everything that goes us, we're going to be the main problem for global warming, the main problem for land degradation, the main problem for everything, disease, war, we going to be the main problem. So which means we got to be controlled. So you got to start with some of your food.
Right.
Because you don't hear you got different variant strains out there of this disease they're talking about, and then the third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave.
All kind of wave. All kind of wave. That's what I'm saying. All kind of wave, but they're not coming from the sea,
Well, that's the whole point. So it's just a new era we're in right now. You understand? X-Ray, you over there smiling. Walk with me. What on your mind? Talk to me.
No, me just observe. Me not tell you from the start of the show. We were going on and on. Me say no. Me chill back today.
X-Ray got a handful tonight. You know what I mean? We're a rough start, but you know what I mean. That's how it is. Sometimes in every time we got a smooth. You know what I mean? Flow, but we have a good audience that work with us.
Let X-Ray tell the audience. Tell the audience about your experience with Nature's Best hair oil.
Yes.
I forgot all the ingredients in there, but you're gonna say. But the hair oil that I got as a sample the last time you were here, I used it about 3 times after washing my hair, right?
Yes.
And I used a lot of it. So I'm sure only 1 or 2 doses left for me, if I may call it that, right?
Okay, nice.
So after the second use, I definitely could feel a difference in the texture of my hair. It was much more. You could feel that it has all the nutrients that it wants.
Nice.
So
you hair getting longer?
Huh?
Where
well,
you
don't know me got lax, so me not gonna see that. In sort of
you know see an inch. Even.
Well, me not look. So maybe that's the next when I buy.
Yes.
That's the next thing I have to
take
watch.
some measurements. For a month. Well, I did use one of your guys' product, the pain reliever, because I get in a little drop in a hole. Trust me, real drop. So work, of course. I mean, everything gone working out, but me can't keep still. So me still have to heal it, because I still have to get in the garden, have to go in the farm, and that's how it is. I ignore pain and all kind of stuff. Now still can't keep. You still have to keep going. That's how farmers got things to do. You know what I mean? So work well.
How long after you use the pain relieving balm you got some relief?
Well, me had real injury, you understand? But through moving around and stuff like that and using it at the same time, within 2 weeks, I mean, I might want that a little pong. I really get a hard pong. My foot was stuck between. If when you're going over like a gate entrance, you have some pipes. To keep out animals.
Yes.
Well, I dropped straight through. You understand? Cutlass in my hand. Only the creator know how come when I cut up myself hard.
Wow.
Just believe me, stuck. Straight don't pass me, get stuck. I have to pull up myself, everything. Real bruise up. Real pong up, I tell you. Yes. But I built tough. Yeah, that mind of matter. You understand? I tough it out, and well, I don't know. These things happen. It could have been worse.
Yes,
when you look at it,
so
when I tried to replay it, even when I played it in my head over and over. Because when I feel like his people was going to give some banana and stuff like that, and usually I wouldn't walk in that area, but true, I move around, I forget, and I want to know, it like a jump over a cliff. I mean, that's the most you could put. That's the only you could put it. You just walk yourself over a cliff, and that's it. You don't have the time to react nothing. You just get stuck. But that's what it. But my wife, she used it. You understand. So right now, she before I left yesterday, last night or whatever, she asking some questions. So we're using. So I'll ask her feedback the same way. But definitely, once anything having cannabis, I know it gonna work.
Okay.
In a question ifs about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an old veterinarian, so I know it's not an issue. Actually, work with me. You got too much, man. What's on your mind? Eh?
No. Birdman asked me if the buff one had they come in here and feed.
The what?
The buff one, buff beer.
Yes.
So we just tell him yes.
Okay. I mean, like Gladys Birdman said, take a one if his buff beer got you smelling again. No. But I just ain't say nothing. So Gladys Birdman talk about that part of it. Okay. Mr. Morton, you have anything you want to come in and talk about?
There's a few things that I would like to touch on right now. And the first thing is we've been participating in this Heritage Fest held at Lime Beach Bar. I believe it's the last Saturday in each month. We'd like to say thank you to Randy Jeffers for having us. And tomorrow there will be the grand opening of the Olive Tree at Nelson Spring Condos area, and Nature's Best Products will be featured there. So come on out and support. It's a local business woman, and she's supporting local artists and artisans, and Nature's Best just happens to be one of those that she has invited to participate and be a part of our grand opening. I believe it starts at 10 a.m. So
okay.
Nelson Spring is the place to be tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yes. Nice. Beautiful. Anything else?
We will also have some samples available, some soaps and a few other stuff. So for persons who are coming out, as long as you purchase something, you will receive one of our samples.
Okay. All right. So the last time I was here, I believe I mentioned something about 1 square mile.
You want me to take a break and come back on the 1 square mile thing?
Yes.
Next week, you want to play
video?
You want to play the one with the fair with the teacher.
The teacher.
Yes. We call his name.
Mr. Smith, was it?
Yeah, Mr. Smith. And what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mr. Smith. Yes.
So we good to go.
We good to go.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so here you have some viewers, have the interest. So you have a teacher up here who teaches at Charleston High School, teach construction. So you are some preacher now.
Yes.
So what do you think of this concept that the young initiative the young people come up with?
Yeah, I think this is a very good concept here, man, because it makes your cultivation looks very much organized.
Yes.
And you're actually conserving on water as well, because you're actually using the water that comes from the greenhouse, and you're then using it to water the garden. So this is very good. And also it has provision for the entry of monkeys, prevent the entry of monkeys.
Yeah, that's a problem,
which
right?
is one of the major problems here on Nevis. Yeah. So
yes.
This is a very good concept, and I think it is something that we should really open our minds to, you know, and see if we can adapt.
Well, I feel good. I feel good. I
mean,
mean,
this is good. It makes it look as if you're actually thinking about what you're doing. You're pretty organized.
I appreciate it. So I must give appreciate it. Thanks.
Culture show, big up Bankie, DJ X-Way, you know, so tune in, and if you're on the internet, zoom in, one love, coming in with everything, agriculture, show, listen to man, ain't no place like home, me don't know about you.
Hi, I'm Sister C of 2020 Vision Radio. Vision Radio is a non-profit making online radio station. All staff working to serve you, the listening and viewing public. As we serve, we also see the need to serve those who are not technically savvy, especially the elderly, the shut-ins, and persons with disabilities, to which end we are looking forward to take 2020 Vision to another level, of course, with your generous assistance of taking 2020 Vision Radio to the airwaves on the FM frequency. Go to our GoFundMe page, 2020 Vision Radio, and make a donation of which you can afford. Help us to help everyone in this quest. Thank you for what you're about to donate, as we look forward to serving you online and in the not too distant future on 2020 Vision FM.
So you think about all this, Mr. Jeffers?
Huh?
What do you think about all this? A little video.
What I know about all this?
What do you think of all this? What do you think of the demonstration?
This is an excellent demonstration you have here of what is possible
Yes.
in a small space.
Yes.
And right now, as you would realize, land can get scarce from time to time. Arable land, that
Of
is,
course,
yeah?
that's it, yes.
So the more you can do in a smaller space is the better.
Yes.
The bottom line is, this doesn't take a lot of work. I also.
No, exactly.
It means then when you get home at the evenings or in the morning, you can put a few hours in,
Yes.
and you'll have results when it's off.
And I know you yourself are doing your own gardening in your backyard same way.
Listen,
I know that.
There are a lot of benefits to growing your own food.
Definitely.
There's also a lot of benefits of being involved in agriculture.
Yes.
It takes the stress off your mind.
Oh, tell me about
When
that.
you're outside and you're planting, you on the soil, that's the connection you need to bring out that healthy feeling.
Holistic.
Yeah? The holistic approach to agriculture.
Of course.
But I want to commend you,
Yes.
Bankie, for this demonstration.
Yes.
And I believe, based on what you have done here, would give person some ideas.
Definitely.
To go home and do something
Yes.
that is meaningful.
Yes.
And you have peppers.
Of course.
You have cabbages, or you have, at least, you can have a lovely backyard with your flowers, ornamentals, and also fruit crops, right? So, this is interesting. And then you're harvesting water.
Of course.
And then you're doing gravity feedback to your plants. That is interesting. Yeah? So, this is what we want to happen.
Good morning to my viewers. It's Friday 26th. We're here at the Agricultural Fair, AgroFest mini version. Early, just a little after 7. People coming in early. My first stop is by my division, extension area. I'm very proud of my young extension team. They came up with a concept since it was going to be a big open day. They just come up with an idea, bring it to their meeting, and we just start to listen. And this their concept, a mini farm. They had it well drawn up already, the ideas, and we just sit down discuss it, and this is what it is. We have greenhouse technology going on here, the matting inside, the cabin very beautifully. We have the roof to collect the water system here, spouting, tank. You have some flowers going around the side of the greenhouse to attract pollinators such as bees. You have the green ecosystem. We have this little stone for the walkway and the grass in between, and the different plots of land and farm and stuff like that. Then you have the different types of farming system outside. With the jibig you have here, you have cabbage again with the matting, and then what you have on here with the next type of mulch, keep down the moisture. And have the next one here, we're going to give it a medium. Without showing no protection of the soil, so don't make some cows. Then I have the grass between, which we don't cut. So no spraying, no herbicide, and stuff like that. All the stones represent the pebbles for the walking through the farm. And this is just plywood. 4x8 plywood, so you have to the chip system. Then I have here is the pan, the black in the pan. And the chip system along. And then to keep out the monkey, you have the proper fencing and the electrical system for the solar. Perfect farm model, as you realize it. Extension, young staff. Proud of them guys. This is what like young people take the handle, come up with the ideas, and listen to them, so they can lead. The future is always now. We need to give them the chance to do things, and then do something beautiful. That's why you see, I believe that people can.
Your weekly educational agriculture show on 2020 Vision Radio. Tune in every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. for us to learn, share, and grow together. Call in on WhatsApp at 1-869-669-7312. Using Digicel, call 766 917-469-7312 and our landline number is 469-7953. You can call us on the overseas line at 917-460-2187. From farming to livestock to fishing to agro-processing, we talk everything agriculture.
Yes, good evening and welcome back to Everything Agriculture. I'm your host Bankie. I'm a co-host over there on the board working with me, DJ X-Ray, and in the studio, as you can see, husband and wife. 2020 Vision family. Remember, you can call in if you want, if you have anything to share with the show. The landline is 469-7953 and the cell phone number is 669-7312 and the overseas numbers are 1917-460-2187. Sharon, are you there on the line? All right. Welcome. You also are family, a part of the 2020 Vision Radio family, especially when it comes to the end of the month, when it comes to the cannabis talk. You're one of those guys working in the heart of the industry, and for the first time, viewers or listeners, you can give us a quick synopsis, of what to do and why, you are qualified to be a part of this show. The mic is yours.
Well, greetings everybody. Yes, I'm Tafari here. I've always been a farmer. I've taught agricultural science for a number of years. Managed an organic farm for a number of years over there in St. Kitts, Kittish and Hill. And now, actually, for the past year and a half, I've been totally in the cannabis industry. Looking at the industry, all the aspects of the cannabis industry, from setting up the clones to growing the clones to developing and looking at some of the different strains and trying out different strains, looking at the full production and seeing the various products that you can get from this one plant, and seeing the rest of the world, taking what we in the Caribbean and on St. Kitts and Nevis is still in the sort of mind frame that it's such a terrible thing and it's such a evil thing, like it has been, promulgated over the past 80 plus years.
Yes.
But it's quite interesting, listening to the program so far and listening to the couple who's there, and the bravery, I should say, within this time,
yes,
to try to seek to break that barrier, and seek to help to do what is necessary in terms of educating the masses on the health benefits and looking at cannabis from that other aspect, from not necessarily the smoking or recreational purpose, but also more from a holistic medicinal approach, and being able to make use of what some of the rest of the world is already way ahead in making products, whether it's skincare, whether it's cosmetic, whatever the case may be. So I really I'm happy to see that, and I know, eventually with more education and with more people like them,
yes,
because traditionally over the years, whenever you hear about cannabis, it would be people who look like me and your Bankie and extra, you call people who have the locks and the Rastafari, and so would have been pushing that cause.
Well, me interject. Shadow, me have to interject, Me have to interject. Because I stand firm, Because I remember one time when my daughter, when she see me, she said, "Well, mommy, daddy look like Jesus." You understand? He put the mother and the godmother. They couldn't say nothing. So I stand firm, because my daughter see me look like a, they couldn't say nothing, Because it made me youth identify me with Jesus that they have around. You see? So they can't dispute that. You see? Because Jesus got the long hair, long beard, everything. So daddy looked like a Jesus. So I just smile, and that was my confirmation to stand firm. So just had to put in the part there. I'm gonna wait explain.
But you know, Bankie, that's true. But you know the stereotypical.
Of course, I got you. I know that. I know what you mean. Of course.
Over the years, you know, I mean, even still know some people still,
of course.
Even though, they still have that kind of stigma, and so you found that took that bias, you know. So because they would have had this stigma towards Rastafari, and Rastafari, they kind of associate Rastafari with that, and they say, oh, well,
definitely,
that's Rastafari thing, and that is what they use and make them
crazy, and of course, everything.
And all that.
Yes.
So it's good now to see that, as I say, it's always good to have, you know, these, you know, people look up to in society and so on, you know, come with something, you know, like, and approach the public like that. And I love that.
Definitely.
I love what they're doing. And I'm hoping that, you know, we could get some more clearance.
Yes.
You know, in terms of, you know, what, you know, the masses can and cannot do where, you know, the development is concerned. Because if not, then we might just end up and miss the boat, in the sense of, by the time, you know, things get clear,
yes,
they would have already set for those other persons who are out in the outer world, who had already developed some of these things, to come in, and, you know, they would already have the money and so on to set up, and then squeeze little people like, you know, the young lady there and her partner who's trying to really build, you know, something that is, you know, true. So it will make, you know, their niche market be a bit more, well, it'll be a bit more serious competition economically for them. But I love it. And I could say that's a good way for us to go, and we really need to. I hope that those who are in authority begin to see that, you know, these are some of the positives of, you know, opening up the industry and being, you know, more serious, especially in a time now where we it's obvious that we cannot continue to depend on tourism as one of the main ways of creating revenue, because we don't even, as much as we're trying to open up the borders, we're not even sure how it's going to go, because, you know, a lot of the cruise ships and cruise industry that we depended on, that's not going to be as active. I mean, even though, you know, you open up, a lot of the airlines and so on are still not going to, you know, move, and people are not going to move as frequent as they used to, because the economies all over still to have their issues, you know?
Yes.
So it's not going to be like next week that we're going to get back into that kind of industry. So we need to take the time to develop this aspect, especially of agriculture. And not just cannabis products, but
of course,
the manufacturing side, the value-added products side of it, and so that we can develop a market where we can actually use our export market now to bring in that foreign exchange, instead of having to bring the people in. We create things that we can package and send out to them and have them, you know, send the money in, you know, that way. So these are some of the other creative ways, and I think if, you know, folks begin to think along that line and start to see more the business opportunities and the business possibilities, if they were to take the industry and take the, like one of my motto used to be, and it's still my motto, you know, think above the smoke.
Yes.
If they could really begin to think above the smoke, and then look at the other, you know, positive aspects. I am involved with a group right now who's making a construction material. They started hempcrete, where you're actually taking the hemp cannabis and making a product. The end product is fireproof, bulletproof, thermal, right? And I mean, you know, this is like a little revolutionary product in the construction industry.
Definitely.
And, you know, so I'm saying think above the smoke. It's not smoking. So when you're holding back cannabis and the movement of cannabis forward, you're not just holding back for those who will use it to smoke, which is a minute part of the entire whole program. You're holding back everything, the research, the development of some of these products, you know, for these people here who are actually making these products could feel more free too, because I'm sure they would be really love to hear get some clearance as to, okay, we can do this, we can do that, we can do,
Definitely.
and then they can really get more involved into what they would want and put out more, products to the people. So, that's my position.
Well, as you realize, my shirt, my can first aid, I know the first aid got a different sign, but you see my shirt. You see my shirt. First aid, right?
First aid.
Yeah, because someone I chat it long time. You should me to show you. So so this is RA's man medicine. So and if you use our herb, nobody can tell you not work, And no matter how they got in the head, oh, you're crazy. Jesus crazy too. Einstein crazy too. You understand? All the wise men them and how they have the hero and who they look up to and worship were once crazy. So I love to be in the crazy zone. So if you see me doing something, you better fall in line, cause you mean you're gonna be left behind. Cause if there's one thing I don't do, it's got time to waste. So if you see me going along at a line, it mean trust me that they know something that you don't know. So you better ask the question and fall in line. Because we're not going to nothing to waste time. And that's the reality about it. And agriculture is something that you cannot lose half of it. And especially when it comes to growing your food. But at the same time, we have to push everything along with it. You understand? All the herbal plants, the soursop, the banana, the avocados, all these. You understand? The palm trees around us, the coconut, all these around us. Everything on the table here is medicinal plants. You see, you have the coconuts, you have your soursop, you still have papaya, different type, variety of jelly. You have your dry nut, different bananas. You have so many different stuff instead of all of these different plants and fruits you have here. You have your electrolytes, you still have your potassium, your vitamins. Actually, you see where I'm coming from? Yeah, man. All right, actually, give me simple answers, right? Right, actually, because of deep beds. Actually, is the Marby working with you or what?
Is Marby the day everything? You know what I mean? But I think now the Marby kicking in. I'm feeling like extra.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling like extra. That's why. And not tonight. And not gonna be a rough night for extra with all these load up of all these videos. So make sure we're gonna energize it to boost him up.
Yeah,
so I'm glad he might boost you up.
Yes.
So for those who want to taste, the nice Jeffers Marby, it's 469-5992. You understand? And you'll get Miss Jeffers and you can put in the order whatever size buckle you want. When the amount you want, definitely you'll get the best Marby within the federation. Now, I could say throughout the world, man. We can big it up like that. You know what I mean? So definitely you gotta contact Miss Jeffers and get that Marby by order if you want it. I also think you can find the Marbys also at men, but if you want a big order, a gallon and up like that, you just put in an order and you should sell it out in a couple of days and stuff like that. So Sharon, you said a mouthful, and as you see, what you're out there doing is just all you're doing is extracting and all this stuff and making different products, because by having the oil, which we call essential oil, and cannabis oil or ganja oil is one of those oils you can use in its purest form. You don't have to dilute it like different oils from citrus and stuff like that, because those essential oils are burned straight through your skin, The cannabis is not like that. They show you how wise the creator is. You know what I'm saying? To use a plant, and you can use, that is one of that plant, you can use the oil in the purest form. And you don't do nothing. You can't be nothing better than that. You understand? So vibes will come to you. Yes.
That's one of the things too. Now with the movement forward to legalize cannabis, they have sought to just zoom in on the medicinal side of cannabis.
Yes.
And they have sought to try to promote what they call medicinal cannabis. Now I am one who do not necessarily subscribe to that kind of push.
Definitely.
Because if in reality you're going to do that, then like you were just highlighting, you're gonna also have to say, well, medicinal thyme and medicinal rosemary and medicinal, basil and medicinal soursop and so on, because all of these are plants too.
Definitely.
That do have medicinal uses.
Yes.
They are used for other things too, but they do have, medicinal uses. So to label them, to just try to push cannabis into that category as medicinal, and talk about medicinal cannabis. There's no such thing as medicinal cannabis. There's cannabis that could be used as a medicine.
Definitely, all the time.
Just like how thyme and rosemary also has medicinal properties.
Definitely.
You know, and these are some of the misconceptions and so on that are pushed.
Yes.
You know, like I said, we need the education. That is very, very important. And I like how, you know, the couple there is actually, you know, by just creating your products and putting out your products, the two of you,
yes,
you're sending some strong messages and you're creating the opportunities for people to ask the questions and for you to provide the information that is necessary to help to really re-educate the masses.
Yeah, but my thing is here, Sharon, the doctors and them here on the island of in St. Kitts and Nevis are prescribing the cannabis plant, the tea, and the oils for their patients, those who got high blood pressure, you understand, those who got diabetes and all these things. So if they're promoting it, you see what I'm saying? Well, the system really got, because I tell you, I mean, the 5 trees or the 6 trees thing now work with me, you know. Because I need to be able to plant for my mom and then look after old lady, so that's the next 12 day. Then I need to look after.
Remember, you gotta plant mine too.
And I still have to plant extra one. You understand? That next 6 gone and that's your 18 days. I still have to plant for my sisters who need to farming. So I really need to be open and the leeway. This is what New York doing, you know. They leave leeway for those who can't plant or those who disabled. Yeah, Sharon?
I think you're going to put forward the argument that you personally might not necessarily have to make that argument, because they will say that you fit into the category of Rastafari and you would be exempt from that 4 or 5 tree.
So you say me go any more the tree mean? That's what you're trying to tell. So you mean any more the tree mean?
I think within the legislation that they're providing, I think that is one of the arguments that Rastafari would be able to apply to you to grow more than 4 trees, and they would be allowed, but they would be exempt from the trade or the commercialization. They will be able to trade amongst themselves, which is similar to what is done in Jamaica, because I think the legislation that was presented by our officials was sort of almost a copy and paste from, you know, what was established in Jamaica, and a bit of the same thing, the same issue. Jamaica, the Rastafari in Jamaica have that issue also, where it's, even though it was decriminalized, it seems as if they sort of still marginalize Rastafari and kind of limit Rastafari from eventually getting into the business side and the trade and so on.
Because this boils down to now, not about who been using it, it's all about who want to come and reap the benefits out of it. Because this is what this industry is all about, pitying nobody who been abused or been neglected, because it's still a poor man you're trapped upon, you know. And the minorities, and this is what it's all about. So it's just like those who are fighting the same to the people who was using it, doing the right thing all the time, is the same to the people now who coming behind as the saviors are those who speaking about it, who don't use it, who never use it, but they have some dollars and some shillings set aside somewhere, them and their friends, and just you can't, it's an open market.
But I have a question, you know.
All right, go on.
How does one identify a Rastafari?
Who you talk to?
Anybody? But you can answer, because
well, your energy is not looks, you know. Looks is not everything, you know. It's your energy, it's your spirituality, is
so. Yes. But your son said Rastafari could trade
in terms of
between Rastafari.
What they said X-ray is that you would have to register, identify with whatever group or
register. So people register. So, Sharon, back up. So people won't hear register as Christians, as Muslims. They want to take part in certain type of businesses. That's what it is now.
No. Because Rastafari would be recognized as a religious body or a religious group.
Yes.
Then I guess you would have to be a part of because I guess everybody is who said I'm a Christian, so to speak, but then you would be a Christian that is recognized by your registration to some denomination, so to speak. Right? So that is how they would quantify you. So I guess if you would be a part of, I guess, I know for sure that there's the ORU, which is the main, Rastafari organization or group in the federation. So I guess you would have to maybe highlight that you are a member of ORU, and ORU would be registered with the registries as a religious group or body. So this is some of the little intricacies that are underneath, and that's why I keep saying that we need for these people who put the legislation forward to come to the people and stop holding back the issue and making it appear as if it was just like a political thing, to gain a little political mileage and so for the time. And now, it would have done whatever, they needed it to do. And now they're just leaving it on the side. And at the same time, many will be hurt. And even though they're freeing it up. Now, one of the things that we have to look at also again, Bankie, right? And the listening public. Now, with freeing up the cannabis, when they're looking at the argument from a medicinal side, and then when you're going to be looking at it and dealing with the decriminalization for medicinal, one of the issues with medicinal, and I think I was listening to a Mota Baruka discussion a couple of days ago, where one of the brethren who was prominent in the Jamaican decriminalization process, Rastafari brethren, is crying out for one of the issues that they're having right now as a result of now decriminalizing and pushing the medical agenda.
Yes.
One of the things with the medical agenda is that it is highly regulated. So in order for you to qualify to grow medicinal cannabis, that's why most of the persons who do medicinal cannabis, so to speak, do it indoors.
Yes.
Because because the cannabis is seen as food and something that is going to be ingested. It is treated in that fashion, and so much to the point where I feel like being here in the cannabis industry in Canada, that they treat cannabis with stricter regulations than even they would the health people would treat cannabis in a way that they wouldn't even treat the food industry.
I got you.
the regular,
yes.
Right? That's how strict it has to be. So what you're gonna find now in smaller territories like this, because in a big place like Canada, they're trying to regulate these medicinal places so that they can be in a place where these things are checked, the quality of it, to make sure that no rats and so running through and no animals and so droppings and so on. This is when you're going in the open field or exposed to all of these kind of things.
Yes.
When you're going indoors now, that is where it's more a protected environment and it's more controlled. So they give credence to this. Now, the average man going out there would seem like a threat to these industries, and you find because they would be the ones who are regulated and paying the money and so on, they would be the ones to be protected, and those who are going, the regular growers and so on outside, would be deemed as the black market, and then they'll be fought with everything. So you'll find in Jamaica right now what's happening, the army and the police and so on going and burning down, chopping down the ganja fields, and because for them they're a threat to the legal industry.
I got you, definitely. But I mean, the thing about this new industry, one of the big thing, I mean, one was shown on Sanjay Gupta over and over. The pesticide residue is a big issue when it comes to almost 80% of the industry. Is one of the side effects that is been tested on most of these plants, because it's big businesses, and most of these, you will get a lot of pests, mites, you understand, thrips, you'll get all kind of different worms. No matter where you plant, you will get disease. Because you can't avoid disease, because disease within the natural environment. Whether you're in a closed room, disease mold will come involved once the environment is favorable. So you can't avoid that. So this industry tend to use a lot of heavy pesticides. And one of my things, what you say I call out on, the agriculture have to be a part of this industry. Somebody have to be a part of it. Whether it's a PS, a director, somebody must be a part of it. Also, the pesticides board within the country have to have a say. Because most, when you're gonna, well, if it's up to me, nobody come in, I'm not gonna say. So the rule don't go on right there. XO, no come in. If you're up to me, I work with my people first, because I believe in my people, and I know my people can grow it and grow it better and grow it 4 times a year or 6 times a year, depending on the variety. And this is why these people coming around to benefit instead of growing one crop a year and got high bills to pay instead of like a warehouse and no use lights and stuff like that. We're growing in Mother Nature, where the Father has blessed us with. So as you realize, once it comes to integrate agriculture, the wise guys them always come back to the Caribbean, and where you have black nations at becoming the perfect environment, and they're coming back to benefit at this highest. And who you think will give them the land? It's our people giving up our land because we don't believe in ourselves. You see what I mean? Can what I observe about, here around here, investors come, want to sing all kind of hallelujah songs or whatever it is to bring some big projects. We give them we land. They're not gonna money, you know. They're gonna take we land and take it to our own bank to get money
and then do the
to hire us. Well, you know, essence give you one thing, man. So these are things we can't comprehend. And if it means, when me work with the Jesus part, you know, because somehow when you left and go to certain universities or whatever, you come up with a different mind frame, like you all of a sudden you're better than everybody else. But at the same time, as Bob Marley said, you can fool some people sometime.
But you can't fool all the people all the time.
All right. You can't fool all the people all the time, you know. So the few you think you're a fool, the mass is going to just watch you and smell after, you know. Just always keep that in mind. Can't fool all the people all the time. And this generation here is not the generation 3 generation back. That generation don't exist no more. They are with us right now. But we're not sitting down accepting these kind of things. We got to really push up. Because if we don't go from cotton, can we shut down the sugar industry?
Yep.
We don't have the problem with that, you know. But going to a next, if not a monocle, going to citrus, going to something else. You must have an agriculture industry. You not just have it because you want to have it because maybe it's a part of the WTO or whatever treaties you sign on. Because if you're going to have an industry, you must show me the money. Because if the dance not pay for the lights in anything, shut it down, you know. That's the reality about it, you know. You just don't have it to say because it's a policy, you just have to have it. But you're not really nurturing it and empowering your people to go and study it. Because it doesn't matter how much money you got, the size of your house. Once you belly start roll up inside, all your belly to roll up and make noise. If it's something you can't even hush down the noise in the belly. You understand? Because it's a part of us. You know what I'm saying? So and if something is a part of us, the clothes we wear, the shoes we got on, everything, the bed we lay down on, the house we live in, and we look up in the roof, you see the wood, you see the rafters, the chill, everything. Agriculture and water are the same thing, you know. So when you hear them talking about the water policy, and they tell about 2 billion people going outside, go use toilets, go put in a bush. Well, we all know that is all about. And use stone and all kind of stuff in the bush. Actually, anything about using stone and bush?
Early. And that's because I would want to do that as a child.
You had a choice. You had to. But you just wanted to know how you feel. To say
No, you're young. You're outside and playing.
I got you
in granny backyard.
Well, that's the whole point. And that's the beautiful thing. And nothing is wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because you see, if you watch it, I'm not going to cable car, I'm going to watch TV. I'm not going up on TV. You understand? If you're watching Alaska, they call it the outdoors. And what they call it? Where they have the outhouse. It's the same thing, you know. Yes, where they have the outhouse. Well, we call it outhouse there, but here we'll say we latrine and we toilet. Same thing. These things still exist in Alaska and stuff like that. So, but them times there, we didn't have a choice. So no, but the reality is over 2 billion people on planet Earth still are used in that kind of condition. You understand? With the amount of money that is out there and being spent on all different experiments and stuff like that, these things are still being neglected. 2 million people also, you understand, still, ain't got access to clean drinking water. You see, I'm trying to show you, we take things for granted. That's what you see when I see all these streams around here and all these guts running away. We need to capture these things and use this thing as a different part of water system for the agricultural fields. Create more dams. These are simple things, you know. But as I say, if you're not serious in the industry, you're not going to put the money to develop it. That's just all it is, you know. you can know where, when people are serious about things, where they put the money. That's all you gotta go. You no matter how you sing and dance and make it twist it in a different language, you can speak it in Spanish, French, Swahili, Aruban. It doesn't matter if the money ain't adding up. When they put it in yen, pounds, EC, guilders, if the money not add up, now make no sense. So so when people tell me this and got this, I just listen and I take the time. Because I know the only place I see the most banking system like a Nevis is Manhattan. Bank the day, bank the day, bank the day. In a small space, you got all these junker banks. So it means that we have a serious financial system where a lot of offshore companies around here, a lot of local banks. We got money. We got money. And if we don't have money, all the land around here where we have sitting down for people over 20 years now use, well, take it back and use it for your people to develop, your people going to farming and put soft grants and loans there where people can develop, because we can really need. Tropical Bowl come here every week, sometimes twice a week, offload X amount of containers with freezers, dry food, cold goods, chill goods, and go back out with all them empty. Empty. That's not supposed to happen. Because I know we can do it. We got better food here, a better, you understand, microclimate, where we can produce all these crops on this table here. But anyway, I work with me. Me just touch on anything. These look like a normal green banana eating. These are silk banana. Alright? These are silk banana. These bananas are grown on low ground, right by the bypass road, by the artisan of the craft house. And see how long these are be. And this are one the smaller hand. Half the bunch. You see what to show you? We're waiting that we're mounting on with these here. We and the logo you have to use water. We're waiting on with these here mounting. These are come twice this size. When people ask me, what's the man, will you be eating banana? No man, a silk. So the environment works. You understand? Everything around here. And nothing around here so is on the table. 100% organic. The only way you know your food is safe. And you don't need nobody from NASA to come tell you that.
Right.
It's by growing your food. Because you see it, you grow it yourself. You nurture it yourself. When you buy food from somebody, they can tell you, "Mama, grow it safe. Me don't use that." And because it's a sales pitch. It's a sales pitch. People go spray their stuff with pesticides, whatever it is, and then go to wash it off because they figure the cardboard they got the money to make, and they say, "Buy me just for the thing," and they go, you don't know. Because the bad thing about and the sad thing about pesticides and herbicides is the long-term effects. It's just like a vaccine, you know. I know about the short-term effect, you know. From the science I know, I like to worry about 5 years, 10 years down the road, me time to retire and enjoy my little shilling me got chook and in my mattress. Me have to worry about spending it on
doctor bill.
Doctor bill. Because that's what, when it comes to insecticide and pesticides, the long-term side effects, not the short-term side effects, the tumors. Because I know in the industry, I know people who vomit blood because of these dangerous pesticides and herbicides that is used and sell around here. It's a reality. We can't avoid these things. You know, most of us have 7 in our house. And we think 7 is normal because it's traditional. Well, me tell you, if you got 7 in the house, straight out.
Okay.
The thing is, Bankie, from since this show started, there was one specific pesticide that you talked about that I'm sure on one of the rare occasions I was watching actual TV.
Yes.
It came up in a commercial saying, you know, those commercials like, if you or one of your family members have been affected by so and so.
Okay.
And I forgot the name of it, but
and that was one of them.
I can tell the like.
I got you.
Yeah, but it was one of them, and I was like, wow.
Of course, these are serious. You see, because we are small and we don't have millions of people, that doesn't mean we only so. Because remember, you know, look about it. The non-communicable diseases, look how they're affecting us. Because all the foods that come here, 90% of the food, where you come from? From the tropical, it's outside, it's imported.
On the boats, yeah.
And we're going to the supermarket, where you see inside there, the biggest building around here is the supermarkets, then the hardware stores them. Because the supermarkets are bigger than the hospital. So just think about it, the reality about it. They got more square footage than the hospitals and them. So,
Bankie,
hey,
question.
Yes.
How equipped are we to test for those pesticide residues? Like when these products come in from whether it's tropical or whatever, because like how you use the analogy of the vaccine. Right?
Yes.
That is the same issue that we have.
We can test to know.
We do get these people to say that, these vaccines are X and Y.
Of course.
We do not have any way or mean of testing what we get to know if what they say is in it is actually what is in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we find, for example, right now, I think Canada has now taken back their decision a little bit and say, that they would not give the same vaccine that we are administering in St. Kitts and Nevis to people under 55. And so, with a lot of these issues, as I said, and this is because they have the ability to test it,
yes,
to figure out what's going on. We don't.
You see, the machines that I use for testing for food products is the same machine that is just need to have the reagent and stuff like that to do the test. You see what I mean? But the machine them is really the same thing.
Machines,
yeah, so these things could be tested at the Bureau of Standards, and even the agriculture navies have a rapid bio SL lab where we test for different, pathogens and stuff like that. Not everything's, but it's the same machines.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, but if the public don't know that, then they're not gonna put it as like it's something different. It's really is a similar machine, and that's what it is. So we really got a lot of work to do when it comes to the agriculture and the cannabis part of it. What this show is really doing at the end of the month is that, and my thing is going about when these people are gonna come here, the pesticides, but they gotta know, cause they're not gonna want to use what here. They're gonna want to work with their own pesticides. So, but most of the time we just go along with it because a lot of pesticides that come inside here in the hotel industry, really dangerous pesticides, because I speak along with people that work in the industry, and a lot of these pesticides end up in our waterways and ponds and different stuff, and we have a bad we neglect the environment real bad. We don't really care. We tend to talk, but we don't really care about the environment. You understand? And we don't want to go on a rampage tonight when it comes to the environment. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely not doing a good job with the environment.
The company I work for, right?
Yes.
They with pesticide, in terms of pesticide,
yes,
what they have done, because with cannabis, it's like I tell you, it's very, very, they go through some real rigorous testing and so on.
Definitely.
On the health side. So because the cannabis is deemed as food because it is ingested, they spend a lot of money on doing biological warfare. So they don't do a lot of spraying. What they do is they actually buy various pests,
yes,
other insects, at different stages. So they will bring them in, whether it's the egg stage, the larva stage, or the pupa stage, or some in the adult stage, depending on how intense the area or whatever it is affecting the area, whatever pest or whatever is affecting the area.
Nice.
And then they find the pest that would eat,
of course,
that pest or destroy that pest. So it's more, as I say, it's a biological game, but it's an expensive process. When I looked at some of the monies that they spend, like to buy these bugs and so on, runs in the millions, and it's just, but it's what they have to do to maintain it,
Well, that particular company you're working with wanna go the safe way because they're probably thinking about safety and the health of their clients, so they're having a more high end product. You see.
They have to.
Yes.
Because they would have had to, even with the products that they export to Germany.
Okay.
And so they have to meet good manufacturing practices.
Standard, yes.
In order to, it's very strict.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sharon and go across to Mr. Morton. But before we go to Mr. Morton, actually, I'm going to send out a next question there. I want two types of the compounds which are found in the cannabis plants. So, Mr. Morton, we have somebody jump on who first up and get the answers. The question is two type of compounds found in the cannabis plant. Go ahead, Mr. Morton.
All right. Well, Shalon, I think we met some time ago at the place in St. Kitts, Kittition Hill.
Yes.
It's good to hear from you, and you made some very, very interesting points tonight. When I mentioned the 1 square mile concept on the show the last time I was here, between then and now I sat down and put my ideas together. I know you said marijuana being classified as medicinal means that there's a lot more checks. But for us here on the island of Nevis, I think that would be the better way to go, especially based on the wording of the Constitution in Section 10. It gives the authority to the Nevis Island Administration, which is referred to as the administration, exclusive responsibility in terms of health as it relates to the people of Nevis. So it being classified as medicinal gives the Nevis Island government the authority to put whatever measures they see fit in place to develop this particular industry. And that would be independently of the federal government. If, for example, the federal government seeks to go about developing this industry in a manner that is maybe not in the best interest of the people of Nevis, the Nevis Island government has this card in their pocket to play.
Yes.
And if they see the light at the end of the tunnel before the federal government, who is talking about these licenses for X amount of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, they can jump on the train early, and instead of selling out the industry, basically keeping it homegrown. I know Bankie has said that he wants to grow for all of his family members. I support that 129%.
Watch. Back up.
Yes.
Me not say me want to go, you know. But if those who can, the 5 should not work for me, you know, because I got threshold of over 1,000 plants, for me alone.
All right.
You understand? I don't know. But those who want the 5 tree, but my threshold minimum is 1,000 plants.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't, but if it means that they have to put things in place, as in New York, they have leeway where if somebody who can't, suppose somebody who is in a wheelchair, you understand, you have children who have Parkinson's disease and adults, they can't really do this type of work. So you got to think about everybody. You can't leave out people, otherwise you're discriminating. So that person will need somebody to do the work for them.
Yes.
So that's what I'm talking about. Say, my mom can't go things like that. So me have to go for my mom. You understand what I'm saying? Actually, you don't have to go for your father and your mom and them the same way. So that they don't. But that's what I'm talking about. So it might sound to some, or he create. It's a reality. You cannot exclude people. Everybody, and it goes back to. Me don't want me buy nobody stuff because it belongs to safety. Because it's food, it be same way. You put it in your body. You put it in a product, as a lotion, as a soap, you bathe with it. It's the same thing. So therefore, safety is key for me.
All right.
So I working with strictly legalization where I can have 10,000 trees if I want to. I have a problem with that. So continue, Mr. Wooten.
Yes. So, as I said, the foundation, you must start from somewhere. And if this government, or our government, can put something like this in place, then launch a re-education campaign to eradicate the demonization of the cannabis. Because it is a plant, just like a mango tree, tomato, they're all plants. And if we can grow tomatoes, grow mangoes, and have the benefits from them, why can't we grow cannabis and get the same type of benefits?
Cambridge, all of them were built by our ancestors, okay? All right. So who want to ask for them, and we should go for free.
Okay.
Because we ancestors build them. Have the benefits of our ancestors. So me no want to go with what our ancestors them build. So I'm just saying that to say we can go things because all the universities, the great mind, with the people. So, is our ancestors, is our ancestors benefit? They come after. You understand? The world of our ancestors build those so-called expensive universities, but we don't think about because we forget too quickly, and then we just speak well of them. We can't wait to go to them. So really, it's like it's hypocrisy. It's just like, okay, when I got my brother in Virginia, my niece gonna say, we're going to Chipotle. You know Chipotle? Across the street is Mr. Columbus, the wickedest man in the world. Big university, one of the most expensive in Virginia. This is reality about it. These people are heroes. Got big university in the name that people go and pay big money to go to these universities. When we down here show them the other side of the world, praise them and got big statue, full big statue. And Mr. Christopher Columbus University, Google it in Richmond, Virginia. Not Richmond, in Norfolk, Virginia.
We got to answer.
We have an answer
to
there?
The question from Angela Liebert, the THC and the CBD.
Okay, well, Angela, I mean, see, you've been paying attention. We should like you sit at the front of the class.
Yeah.
So
she's the only one who answered, though.
All right. So I mean, definitely. I mean, you can get in contact with Popsicle Posse, which is Sasha. You get 2 favorite popsicle of your choice. Which it is 662-2162. I can get in contact with me and I get your roots drink, and then Nature's Best.
Angela is familiar with Nature's Best. She's one of our customers.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she don't know who. I mean, Sasha is then, which is a beautiful thing, and Nature's Best, you get your little goodies. So, which is a beautiful thing. X-Ray, you were saying something? Yes.
Mr. Morton.
Guide Sharon.
Yeah. No. You see, I see what Mr. Morton is alluding to, right? But
yes.
What Mr. Morton need to realize is that the industry is a huge industry.
Yes.
So what the government is doing, when you look at the sort of fees that they're charging for licensing and so on, right? Now, for us who are not even in the industry, right? We would look at it as you know, a huge feat.
Yeah, of course.
For these people who are already set up, they would look at that offer that the government is offering there as not strange. You know what I mean? They would jump in, and come in and bring $200 million company and set it up and be able to churn millions out of, especially if they don't got connections to, let's say, Germany, like the company I work for. Yes. They were supposed to come into St. Kitts and Nevis and just set up a branch and setting up that license fee would be like nothing. So that is why I'm saying, like, a lot more discussion should have been done, and a lot more should have been done and should be happening right now, so that a lot more of our people could already get in the industry, set up themselves, even if the licensing fee is not up, fully yet. Or have some provisions set for the smaller people who are, the locals. If they, I know they say they don't want to have to do anything like that, but have something set aside for the locals who are getting in the industry, so that they can get in and get themselves set up properly, or find some way to protect them from these people who can come in and eventually what the government is looking for. Because remember, when the government get into an industry like this, is money they're looking to make sure that they can benefit from it, and that's one of the ways that they're going to benefit from it, from the licensing.
So Shadon, so let's say hypothetically, I mean, your company come down here. So where you are going to set up in the seawater? Where are you going?
Where they going?
In the seawater?
Come on, wait. Come on, Shabazz. You know that they're going to get the land.
Well, that's the issue.
What do you mean where they going?
But we're not going to land. We don't have no land.
The government is going to... How you know they're going to land?
Shadon, if you want land to farm, you're not going to land to farm. We're not land to give to farm. You want 2 acres when you move in the land there, Shadon. We ain't get land. No land there. Where the land there?
You see.
Me gonna see?
Wait. So I think they're gonna bring
I feel like they're gonna start to grow land in Nevis. Why?
I'm just saying.
Yes.
They will find land to put the hotel, right? I bet if they got the next hotel, they'll find land to put it, right?
I guess.
So you can't say they're not gonna land there.
So land now is there then?
They're gonna find land.
Right. So we just love to give a land.
They're investors. They'll be seen as investors.
But Shadon, all of us around here
we are investors too. That is the thing.
Because I just go back and say they come with an empty briefcase. All that, the evidence is there. No?
Yes.
I'm just going by listening to radio shows and different talk shows over the years and just being in tune. Because too much going on around you, you got to be in tune and hear things for yourself. Kiddishon Hill, money invested. Christoph Harbour,
money invested. Yes.
Our national money and our social security money.
Yes.
And when we take the social security money, my money, our
My
money,
money, yes.
and put it into other things, any kind of project, rule number one, you must have
Get
X
the
amount of
benefit.
shares where the citizen is supposed to be able to buy shares,
Right.
whether for $1 or $2, where every citizen have a right to sell. You know what? The business costs 100 million, and we can take Social Security going to put in 40 million. Half of that money must have shares to the citizens of that country, so that they can. So even the woman who on the street and make minimum wage, if you want to go and say, boy, I can buy $100 worth of shares.
Yes.
He feel, you know what? If you get $2 on the dividends, whatever it is his. He feel more impacted, but you know what I mean. He got some kind of investment. The same with Social Security. When you take taxpayers' money and invest it in these same kind of things, you're supposed to get a top up. Can you collect interest? So you take these people don't. These wise guys who on these boards don't know these things.
Of course.
You have to give people interest on their money
Yeah.
because you invest in the people money. This is how things are supposed to be. But this is a quick fix, you know. Open up the marijuana industry and you see how quick, because in New York, they're not planning to make $350 million, you know, each year. And last year, Canada said they make over $4 billion, you know.
Okay.
All right? Then I said selling passport. Then you understand all these things.
Not sell no passport.
Is there people they're growing and don't have too much people being employed? Shut on your day so you know you can testify what I'm talking about. 'Cause I'm not making up this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But while we are at it, let me put out a next question there. I mean, actually, you want to throw a question to the audience?
Me good tonight. I'm slow tonight.
You're slow tonight. All right. All right. We're keeping it simple. You know, just give me a name that you call cannabis or hemp. Just give me your own name that that is out there, that anybody have their own name to it, and we're not making things complicated. You know what I mean? So I'll be making it fun, and that you receive something that is in there. But also, don't forget to donate. If your audience listener, you're just listening to the radio station to help go, because we're also trying to get on the FM station. So you see, we have to come in here and do a marathon or something like that. One cocoa full baskets, whether it's $1, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? When for be greatly appreciated, you know what I mean, of the effort. So you don't have to give big, whatever it is, something better than nothing. So we have to come in here and X-ray. I'm going with plus some music and get our own little thing up inside here.
Yeah, boy.
Two-man dance or whatever, you know what I mean?
Long time and I spin some tunes.
Yeah, man, we have to do that. Definitely, and you know what I mean? Get the ball rolling. Actually, somebody say, Mary Jane, who that? So that's who?
Mary Jane?
Yes.
That's Birdman.
That's Birdman?
There was a few
All
before.
right, well, so Birdman, you've been one of the winner.
No, there were
More?
yeah, Rasta Girl Davis.
Is the first?
Yeah, you said we.
So what?
Weed.
All right, so Rasta Girl Davis. All right, so Rasta Girl Davis, definitely. You get a roots drink, you get 2 choice of popsicles from Popsicle Posse. Sasha, and Sasha number is 662-2162, and definitely Nature's Best. You definitely get a little package from them also. Sharon, anything else you want to say?
Well, I really love what's going on agriculturally, in terms of, looking at, I'm seeing a number of young entrepreneurs coming out, some, packaging the juices, I see some, they're doing the smoothies, they're doing these little things that is going to help, boost the industry. I really hope and pray that, especially with what's going on, that we pay a little bit more attention to our farmers.
Yes.
And Bankie, you just continue pushing that thing so the farmers could really try to stay away from a lot of those dangerous pesticides and really
definitely
move to, our organic ways of farming, because we do have good soil, we do have, that rich volcanic soil, and, a lot of the lands would have been idle for a number of years, so a lot of, organic content would be at the top layers and so on. So the soil real rich, real fat.
Definitely.
Plant some food.
Yes.
And I'm hoping to that Bankie eventually we could get 1 or 2 of those ministers who are part of the cannabis bills to come forward on the program and talk to the people, man, and straighten out the thing,
Well, I'm working on that.
We can't. The police is only the people who uphold the law. They're not the ones who put the law in place. Those who put the law in place are the ones who we need to really speak to and address. And I would not differ from saying that, because that's the reality.
Of course.
Sometimes the police get a lot of blame, because we say, the police are harassed. But the police job is to uphold the law that is put in place by the politicians.
Definitely.
So if you got a problem with the law, it's not the police you're really supposed to deal with.
The lawmakers.
It's the politicians who put the law in place. Yeah, the lawmakers.
Of course.
And so that's where I would wrap up. And I'm really wishing the couple the success. And I hope a lot more people would really, buy their product and, give their testimonies and some testimonials, and that their business could grow, and a lot more people too could, see something that they could infuse cannabis in, and maybe also develop some other products for themselves too, and build the industry as we move forward.
So good. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. But before we take a break, X-Ray, we'll show the next. How much question we don't got on? 3? 4? All right. We'll show the next question here. What are one of the side effects of the indica plant and the sativa plant? We'll take the break.
So one for the indica,
yes,
and then
one for the sativa. So we play the one with the young lady, Miss Dyer.
Okay. So a video vibes we do.
Yes.
Okay then. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go the normal way.
Of course.
And then we're gonna come back in with the video.
I'm working with you,
For information, entertainment, and inspiration, keep listening to 2020 Vision Radio.
I'm here saying for us to represent for the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Big up Bankie, DJ X-Way, so tune in. And if you're on the internet, zoom in. One love. From Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Peace to the man. Ain't no place like home. Me don't know about you.
It's Everything Agriculture with Bankie and Company, your weekly educational agriculture show on 2020 Vision Radio. Tune in every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. for us to learn, share, and grow together. Call in on WhatsApp at 1-869-669-7312. Using Digicel, call 766-7312, and our landline number is 469-7953. You can call us on the overseas line at 917-460-2187. From farming to livestock to fishing to agro-processing, we talk everything agriculture.
We're here with the next viewer here. What do you think about this farm? Good morning. And what's your opinion of this? I don't think they go here with your mask on your face.
I like the layout.
Okay.
And I also like the products that you have on your farm.
Yes. Anything that you in particular you like? I mean, of the greenhouse, the electrical fence. What exactly you like about it?
I love the vegetables.
So you yourself is a backyard farmer.
Yes.
So what encouraged you to go into backyard farming?
After the COVID, I decided that I would try something.
And how are you working out?
Very well.
So how you feel about feeding yourself and saving some money?
Very good. That's a wonderful feeling.
All right. So you're encouraging the neighbors and anybody to do.
And I buy seeds and sow them, and I would share them with them.
Yeah, I see your neighbor. I see you next door to me here. Looking at your seeds. You bought your seeds. Wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. And as you said, you're encouraging others to do planting and stuff like that, and keep up the good works.
Yes.
You understand? I'm trying. I'm trying my part. All right. Thank you. Host Bankie and my co-host over there going full speed in the red. That's DJ X-Ray. You're working with me tonight. I mean, we started late. I mean, this evening, but I mean, we had a lot to upload. So X-Ray, and then load up the computer. So much of videos. Computer breakdown over again. So that's why it's sometimes. I mean, we're just trying to make sure. I mean, you guys. I mean, who couldn't make it to the agriculture food fair and to see what I do. I mean, the extension staff did when it comes to the small farm model should look like. they come up with the concept and we bring it to life and stuff like that. So the public receive it well, and then in the studio here with us we have Choice 2020 Vision family. I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Morton. I mean, Nature's Best. I mean, owners. So Miss Morton, you was telling me something earlier about how much products you have here with cannabis, really. You have
about 5, 6,
5,
7,
6.
somewhere there.
And earlier, I said you have a conditioner here. So tell me what is special about this conditioner, because you have to sell your product, you know. Because you sell a product, but the audience have to
The
understand.
conditioner is one of our new products on
Yes.
the market. We have been observing for quite a while.
Definitely.
To make sure that there is no separation and it's bind properly and everything, you know, oil and water, you have to make sure that everything, you
Yes.
know, come together. We have in shea butter, cocoa butter, neem, moringa, cannabis oil, and so on in there. It is also used,
Yes.
it can also be used as a body lotion.
Nice. So how you never talk about that? How you gonna skip that? If you say no, let out the secrets, them you know. Because that's what people want to hear. If you can have.
So you can use it in your hair.
Yes.
As a conditioner,
Mhm.
and you can use as a body lotion.
Nice.
But our label says hair conditioner.
Nice. Okay, and X-ray, let the listeners know. Put up the side effects of the indica. So just type up which cars when they say I need to know if that refers to the indica and what refers to the sativa.
So it's one
for each.
One for each.
Yes.
So
they're going to identify they put sativa. This is what is the side effects. Indica. This is one of the side effects.
All right.
That's it. Okay. Yes. The question is, what are the difference between the side effects for the indica and the sativa plant? One side effects each. All right. Mr. Mo, also, my brother was telling me, we was talking about Mr. Smart Wise Guy, Christopher Columbus. He was telling me, I mean, the university is Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia, and also the logo of the university is the true ship. So you see what these people are when they're selling their stuff, the true ship. All right. And people say big money, just like in Cambridge and Oxford, same thing.
Okay.
But X-ray, anything over there? Any answers over there?
Lord, Rasta girl.
Rasta girl can't win again.
So we're going to skip it. So I ain't going to say whether it's good or bad. So.
All right. We want to make sure everybody get a chance to win. I mean, one chance per person each night, which is good. We don't want somebody get all the gifts. It don't make no sense. Mr. Morton, you got something you were going to say?
Yes. About developing this industry.
Yes.
My concept of this industry.
Shadongan, I still on the line.
On the line.
All right,
okay.
cool.
Yes, my concept of developing this industry is a partnership between the foreign investor and the local man on the ground.
Yes.
So if there's a big company that comes to the government and said, yes, we want to develop this industry, and whatever their situation is, they have $200 million. They must partner with a local farmer. They must look for someone like Bankie first.
Me?
Yes.
You know, I partner with nobody.
You know, I partner with nobody.
X-ray, I'm three. I don't need to partner with nobody.
Anyway.
I could partner with boy X-ray.
Maybe not Bankie. Maybe not Bankie, but
me.
some other farmer. But
Me
they
not partner, no,
must.
sir. Me not partner with nobody who coming from overseas, come up and we land them. No, me not it. So me not part of that.
All right, so Bankie's out.
Me not part of that.
Bankie's
at all. 100% local.
Right now.
But I'm saying
local
that they must partner with someone local.
Yes.
They cannot come in and buy land at all. Not even leasing land. They could lease land.
Yes.
You must go through someone who is a son or daughter of the soil.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the government would benefit a lot more in that regard. Because when the person get rich locally, where do you think they're going to spend their money? Foreign? No. They're going to want to build a bigger house. They're going to want to import a nice car.
Of course, definitely.
And I think it would be safe enough for me to send this sort of plan that I had. I sent Bankie one earlier on, and I made some amendments.
Yes.
So I could send that to Bankie again, and then he could send it off to you, and you could take a look at it. Because in it, the government itself, through the agriculture department would have to plant a minimum of 20 acres. And you will see the breakdown as to how that money and how the industry and how that aspect will work.
You just
the government.
let me interject. You
Yes.
just about Monday. I just get a text from the mayor of New York.
Okay.
Straight from the mayor of New York.
Let me salute the mayor. Mayor
Of
of
course.
New York.
My links them big. You understand? Telling me they aiming to project to make $1.42 billion a year. You see? Not so you so much half my figures them have. So the right correction coming in from the accountant.
Okay.
And you know what I mean, the statisticians, 1.42 billion a year for cannabis. So either you're with it, because what you're only left behind, you know. Way left behind. And if you don't let your people be a part of this, we're going back into the sugar days.
Man is back in slavery, you're going.
Straight up.
That is what it's gonna be if they don't do the right thing and ensure that the local man on the ground gets his share
Definitely.
of this industry. Because it's our land.
Of course.
It's our land.
True.
And it's not going to grow in the air.
You see, my thing is, you see where Shadon is at. Shadon, with growing that they have done is in mega warehouses with high electrical bills. Very high electrical bill, you know. We want this electrical bill, you know. Mother Nature and
Mother Nature. That is what we have.
You understand what I show? And plus, you can go to crop. You can either say you can get 4 crop, 3 months crop, or 2 months crop.
Okay.
So whether you work with 6 months, 2 months, or 3 months. You see what harvesting you doing a year time, all year round.
All year round.
The Father has created us and put us in an environment where we can grow all these our food and vegetables because we don't have no snow and no ice to for frost and all this thing to damage our soil. So we can just plant food in the natural opening, and the same thing with our medicine. We sit around us, enjoy. People on lockdown, we at the beach enjoying ourselves, and people that can't come out. I talk to Virgin Antigua and help them cry, saying Antigua, the government can't pay the workers, place on lockdown, things rough. You know, you understand? And there's a virgin who don't cry, and if you hear them man cry out, well, I mean, they might be crying for themselves, but crying out for
all
other people,
suffering, yes,
because they have to sit around them, you know, which means, and they have to help because there's kind of people, the man going to help also, have to help your neighbor, because don't make sense your neighbor cry, and you live good, and you're not even giving bread to the neighbor, you know. And this is the real thing right there in Antigua. May tell you things rough.
But no, I just remember something. Shalon said something earlier on.
Yes.
And I was saying something along that line before we went on air. That if the place is on lockdown, no one coming in, and we can send out something and they send in money, we'll be all right. We will be okay. Because this disease is not springing up out of this soil. It's not coming from here.
It's people.
It's coming from out there. So if they stay out there,
yes,
and we send medication out there to help them, you know what I mean?
Of course.
To help them with their
Definitely.
situation. And they send a little $2.50 back here, so that we have our situation well taken care of as well. I can live with that, and I can subscribe to that 150%.
Yes.
Okay. So Jesse Taylor, I believe. Hold on. Let me see if the comments
behind.
Let me see if the comments pop back up on this one. No, so I have to use my laptop. Hold on. Yeah. So Jetty Taylor. Oh no, it's Livy. L. Brown.
Yes, Livy say.
Sativa gives a feeling of dizziness, and indica help to reduce stress.
Dizziness, that's what you say? And the next one is stress.
Reduce stress.
I work with the reduce, but the dizziness.
Sativa.
Well, it depends on who.
Well, he said sativa feeling of dizziness. So I said gives it. So he now got to say whether it takes away or I give it up.
Well, I wasn't really looking for the dizziness, but you understand what I mean. But all right, but I work with Livy still, not a problem.
Yeah, work with him.
I work with that. You ain't gotta be. I work with that. I'm an easy marker. some definitely take a mark off of somebody else as my boy and give somebody. So I work with Livy, so
when they got 1 mark to pass the test,
yes,
so you got to point something.
Yes.
I thought for a year, man.
So Livy L Brown, you said, right?
Yes.
So definitely, so Livy, I mean, you're 5th winner, so definitely you're gonna check Sasha, and Sasha will also you get 2 popsicle of your choice. Whether you want the one with the cannabis or you want the one with the cookies and cream is your choice. And Sasha easily reach you in Brown Hill 662-2162, and then you will contact Nature's Best and you'll get a small goodies, and you contact me and you get a nice roots drink. Then X-ray, whatever on the table, you got one more question. Wherever on the table you have dry coconut, kind of it's Easter time, so who know how to cook. I hope our audience could cook coconut dumpling and do all these different things. Okay, you have dry coconut there, you have jelly water, you have green banana to go with the Easter cooking same way. You have 1 or 2 mango on the table there. One is a Emmy Pally, and next one is the next.
You know anything about Dokuna Bankie?
X-ray. Let me Mr. Morton, your wife blaspheming, you know. You can't blaspheme and
you know what I mean. You
and
can't
the airwaves.
kind of thing.
Blaspheming. You understand? Can't be blaspheming.
But the thing is, we don't call it Dukuna.
Kanki,
So,
of course.
Yeah, call
the
it
Dukuna.
Kanki.
The Dukuna is an Antigua term, but you are calling Dukuna in Dominica. Where you get Dukuna from?
Well, Dukuna in Dominica, Dukuna in Antigua.
Oh,
remember, a lot of Dominicans in Antigua.
I don't personally. I don't know how to make the Dominica one.
Well,
but I know how to make the Antigua.
Antigua, they'll put in raisin. Sometime they'll put raisin in it, and
because that's why I live practically all my life. So.
And then they'll put in the pumpkin sometime, and the sweet potato, the yellow one. Because some Rasta virgin, you know, when they cook Dukuna, they do it different style, you know.
Some people
believe me, you understand? So make it look pretty.
Argue raisin or no raisin.
Exactly. So I got you. Now, man, what she? I'm the Dukuna king, the Kanki king. Just to let you know that. All right.
Well, I'm expecting mine, eh?
No, me say me cook nothing.
I'm expecting mine. That's what I'm saying.
Me say me cook nothing. I'm just saying I'm the Kanki king.
Well, you start the conversation, you know.
No, you started.
It's the time, so I'm expecting mine.
I don't get gifts. People come bringing gifts to me. I have one more question I'm gonna give out, and it's for whatever is on the table, because X-ray. So we're gonna, you know what I mean, work with them. You know what I mean.
Work with them.
I'm gonna leave you guys to ask a question to the viewers and listening audience, and then about the cannabis. What do I want to ask?
Name.
Nothing too hard, you know. Something simple. You understand? Keeping it simple.
All right. All right. I have the question.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
What are the main ingredients in the cream Alcan Rose? What are the main ingredients in the cream called Alcan Rose?
That is one of your product.
Yes, it's a Nature's Best
of
product.
course, that's fine. That's
a good
That's
question.
an easy one. That's a good one. Very good question.
That's a very good question.
And if they've been paying attention when they're at the front of the class and not playing around, Birdman and Tillyman and Jetty Taylor just playing around and getting their own class and talking about Samuel Jones and all the things. They get their own conversation. Actually, somebody say what? CBD? That's and you have to tell when they're right, you know. So people answering, somebody they say CBD, so you're gonna have to be. That's fine.
Wait.
Yes.
But you're missing one Jetty Taylor.
You said the main ingredient?
Yes.
Just one ingredient? I want all.
All of them.
You want all?
There are 3
ingredients
in Alcan Rose.
Okay, I got you.
Somebody has 2.
Okay, well, Jetty Taylor miss one easily. He have to listen to the name properly, then he gonna fit it in. I tell you now, pay attention in class, you know. Here, Birdman they playing and Tillyman they playing around.
Yeah, man.
Someone is probably watching the answer now and then thinking
somebody get the last one. Who's
that?
That's the same. So Jetty Taylor get it?
Yeah, man. You can get
okay, so Jetty Taylor, I mean, I guess you're gonna tell me. Well, who gonna get these? Who you want me to drop off these to? Can you have your friends here? Who you want to give this stuff like the last time? So who you want to give these fresh fruits to? just let me know and I'll make sure the person receive them. Okay, so well, it's been another Tuesday evening. It's the end of the month. I mean, we really had some time. We try to make up, give them overtime and all with X-ray.
Well, that ain't no problem.
Of course,
Because you know, we start slow. You know,
and they work with us all the time. So
we work with them.
Another show. I mean, so next month. I mean, next week, the other Tuesday coming up, we're gonna have Mr. Leonard Stapleton. We're gonna go down History Lane. I mean, he wrote a book with memories and stuff. You know what I mean? What's going on? And but we were talking about agriculture. So we go back and piggyback what the agricultural sector was back in the, you know what I mean, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and what are we doing wrong or what are we doing right now. So looking forward for that interview with Mr. Leonard Stapleton, one of our own division, a historian. I mean, being on many boards, the Brimstone Hill Fortress, he also, a part of that also, he worked along with the UNESCO and all these different things. So he's doing a wonderful job. Definitely, who did you tell us, and Taylor from Westbury. I know who you'll have to talk to JT and get. No, he said any Taylor. Oh, is any Taylor from Westbury? Any Taylor, anyone? All right, I guess I only know one said Taylor over the Alphonse and them. This is the Taylor he talking about.
Well, he said, oh wait, he listened.
Lenroy and Charles. Okay, well, okay, all right. Well, same people, them Alphonse children. All right, we're on the same page. I mean, they're my people, Jetty. Yeah, Polo, Charles, Daniel, Chanel, of course. Beautiful, beautiful people. So, I mean, I hope you guys enjoy the show. And as you say, I mean, we really want to stop all the illegal dumping and littering going on around the island, both in St. Kitts and Nevis. And believe me, so even today I get a call and somebody was telling me they even see some of the supermarket non-nationals dumping stuff in the same area. Mm-hmm. And it's a sad thing, you see, I mean, the supermarkets and non-nationals also taking part and dumping stuff when these stuff will even go to people who have animals, pigs, and they're dumping stuff in this area and live within. So it's a sad thing to do. So we really want to keep. Well, our next regional even send me a text and say, well, they have soldiers going up and down in the mountain all kind of hours a day and spending days up in the mountain to pull up people trees. Mm-hmm. They can't find one soldier to go in this area. People that dump stuff to sit down in the bush all day to catch somebody who are dumb for a week the same way. Mm-hmm. I've never even thought of that. So hopefully Solid Waste getting in contact with the army and places that people been dumping. They have some people in the height staking out same way, whatever they need to be carried. We really got to do a better job when it comes to keeping the island clean and stop the littering stuff and put heavy fines when it comes to people littering, because you'll be amazed when you search this stuff, you'll find the people, the culprit, because sometimes you pay somebody to dump this stuff, yes, which happens most of the time, and the people don't want to go to the landfill. They dump them in certain areas and stuff like that, and these are not good, definitely. So we really appreciate you guys listening to the show. I mean, as I said, next week Tuesday we'll be having Mr. Stapleton. What's his name again? Stapleton. Leonard Stapleton. Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, I didn't know. Tricky Stapleton. He's Mr. Nisbet. Over by the airport there, so son.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Julian Nisbet, the guy who take picture that Anthony. I mean, very good friend of mine. We all go to school together, and Julian and when I can take picture, do I want to take picture? Really?
Where?
Ryan brother, yes.
Oh, okay.
But he carries Stapleton. Exactly.
You say so for some I'm like, no man, I can't.
Yes, of course. His brother, but he live in St. Kitts.
Okay.
But he carries Leonard Stapleton. So definitely looking forward for that interview with Mr. Leonard Stapleton. So guys, we really appreciate you guys showing the show plenty of love, and we really keep coming and trying to educate you guys when it comes to the agricultural sector, and hope our policymakers try and diversify this economy, because we just speak in one terms, and I realize the tone. People getting agitated about the vaccine thing, that I guess people not taking enough of it and whatever. So you're going to go take a vaccine? You guys going to take your vaccine? I have my vaccine every day, so I encourage you guys to go out and take your vaccine in a sense like that. But I have my vaccine all the time, so and it's working well for me.
Okay.
So I'm in the 10% that they so there are 70%, I'm in the 30%, they go up to 80%, I'm in the 20%, they go up to 90%, I'm in the 10%. So you guys go and do your part. I mean, until next week Tuesday, as I said, love the love, and we greatly appreciate that all those who starting to go their food, kudos to you. Those who ain't start as yet, please, because anything can happen. We can have a next shutdown, And we really encourage you to go and don't make sense. You keep stressing, if no work happen now, believe me, if you really be pushing one thing, bringing the tourist industry, tourists, it mean everybody gonna have to get the vaccine card. That's the only way. If you not take the vaccine, it mean I gonna have to go in the mountain for the 40 days and 40 nights like Jesus, and they're gonna be forever. So who are coming? So you come in? You sure you come through? Because you mean you have to give up your nice car and buff bay and all these different things, you know? You know what I'm saying? Remember, if people luxury, you say, I don't know that I work with, you know.
We can see how that survive.
So, guys, until next week, Tuesday, I mean, thanks for all the support and see you guys. Shadon on the line? Are you done gone?
No, he's still here.
Shadon, you still there?
Yes, but you wanted to say
so
something.
Let Shadon give a final wrap up before you go. Shadon gone, are you there?
Sabas.
Yes.
Okay, see.
Yeah, man. The first thing, you gotta let me qualify to answer one of the questions because I want to win them fruits on the table.
Man, watch ya. Okay, let
guy me hearing about all this cranky and so making me miss nervous, and I make a man seeing them kind of things over here.
Yeah, but you're a chef
anyway,
too.
Yeah, man. I love the program. The program was great. Another opportunity for us to,
yes,
you know, bring the cannabis talk and try to help educate the masses a bit more about cannabis and the possibilities of cannabis, and see if we could really try to open up the minds of those who were more closed and into the negative.
Definitely.
You know, programming that was started over the years. It's good that we are waking up, and it's good that we got people like the couple that's there doing their thing, continue doing what y'all are doing.
Yes.
I endorse what y'all are doing, and if it's any way I could help to market and promote y'all thing, I mean, I would, because I always support anything homegrown.
Nice. And Shadon, respect for coming on as usual. I mean, you know, I went and see your mom over the weekend there, you know what I mean? So as usual, I know she'll talk to you about that. So enough respect, and continue being an ambassador, because you're the ambassador, you know, so we have to get a full-blown, you know what I mean, statue you and put it somewhere over in Fountain. When people come in, they want to know who no, real thing we talk about, you know, if we do things different one in times, you know, because you're out there promoting the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis wherever you travel, because when people meet you and ask, because you're working amongst people in the outside world, because the odds are you might only be the only one from St. Kitts and Nevis. So it shows that you have what it takes to work along with anyone, head on, pound for pound. So, I mean, they have to respect you a lot and know, you know what I mean? And at the same time, they're looking at you as Jesus same way, so I always keep that in mind. So you don't know, you stand firm. So, yeah, man. So, Mr. Will, okay, let me go to ladies first. Miss Morton, any last thing you want to tell to your viewers? Remember that telephone number, how they can get your products and stuff like that.
All right, everyone. Thank you again for joining with us tonight with Bankie. And our products tomorrow, we will be at the Olive Tree from 10 a.m. It's the grand opening of the Olive Tree at Nelson Spring.
Nelson Spring.
Yes.
Okay.
So we will be there from 10 a.m. We will be present personally to answer any of your questions. If you all have questions about the products, the ingredients, anything that I am not saying that I know everything, but from my certified point of view, I can answer your questions. And
the product speak for itself. Once the ingredients is in the product gonna work, you know. So you don't have to have, once they put the ingredients is in the product one speaks for itself. That you don't got to worry about.
And yes, today we will be in the pot doing some castor oil.
Yes.
For those who have been waiting for castor oil, you know, castor oil don't stay. This is one of our top sellers as well.
Nice.
We have about 16 bottles today. We're not sure what tomorrow brings.
Definitely.
And castor oil is made on a monthly basis.
Okay.
And what else? Expect or tune in rather, or you know, like us follow us on Facebook, Nature's Best SKN.
Yes.
So you can keep ahead of what's happening. Next month we're gonna be having a night market with the
I think it's going to be hosted by tourism.
Okay,
the Department of Tourism.
Very good, very well.
So, and on the 3rd, we are going to be down at Randy by Lime Beach Bar So come on out and support, see what we have in store. For those in the diaspora, we are taking orders.
Nice.
And our orders are going smoothly. So products don't stay because they work, people. The customer speaks for themselves, you know.
Definitely.
Nothing better than
Of course.
customer reviews.
That's what I'm telling you.
So yes, what else?
Mr. Morton, anything you want to talk about where your wife left off?
Well, I think he's the director of the PS for tourism.
Yes.
I've noticed that he's had a sort of habit of coming around whenever we have a stall.
Okay.
And spends a bit of time there admiring the products.
Definitely.
And I do look forward to him purchasing some products in the near future. And
Yes.
it's when he spent some time at the stall at the agriculture fest.
Yes.
You know, I asked him, well, what's going on?
Of course.
Then he said, you know, there's going to be something, a night market coming up very soon.
Nice.
So we
He was
will
invited.
be there. Yes.
Well, it's sure that they're doing something good.
Actually, I didn't mention. I forgot to mention to my husband that we were invited.
Okay, nice.
So while we were at the fair, he
Yes,
reminded me. I'm like, okay, I wrote the date on a box in the lab. So
I got you. Well, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, to show that, I mean, this is what everything agriculture is all about. I mean, bringing in all those who are in the sector, who people are not seeing, and giving them some exposure. And now, I mean, it's all about growing, and that's what it's all about. And it's what my heart that everything is working out well for you both, and you both keep adding different products to your, I mean, store. And you also have these on Facebook that you send also you export, right?
Yes.
If people want them,
yes, we do.
you also will export them. Nice. Also, I mean, just want to give shout out to Paris Leafy Greens. Just remember to get your fresh leafy greens. Contact Chris at 663-3392, and also Popsicle Posse, girl Sasha over there in Brown Hill doing beautiful things. She always she created some new products also with her popsicles. She have the kiwi, and then she have the papaya and coconut with the cannabis also for the cannabis lovers. Beautiful there. So support Sasha and her Popsicle Posse going there at 662-2162, and also check out the new show, The Pharmacy, hosted by myself and also Oceana O'Loughlin. I think she carry O'Loughlin or something. Yes, I mean, a good friend Adi there, her daughter, beautiful young lady to work with in health promotion. So it's the show is a collaboration between health promotion, agriculture department, and Chef Henville, which, I mean, he's the head chef for all the school meal programs. Wonderful guy. I mean, easy to work, like get along with, down to earth, can't go wrong with Michael Henville. And he also do his own garden and stuff like that, setting up in his own with stone wall, beautiful thing. So he also believe in eating. So he's not just putting on, he's genuinely that kind of person who love to cook from fresh food from the farm into the table and into your belly. So Nevis doing some good thing in I mean, promoting agriculture and healthy eating, and all these are ways to boost your immune system, and one of the ways to continue to grow your food. So don't forget, and one of the way you can get on there's a few episodes. I mean, today was the first time the show is being launched. So I encourage you guys to share the show, and you just have to go upon Nevis Agriculture, type it in YouTube, and you'll have The Pharmacy, and also you'll have a next show on the farm with a young lady, one of the young extension staff, called Shaki.
Shaki, yes.
That's a right name? But that's how we
sure,
call her, Shaki.
Yeah, that's how I know her.
Yes, definitely. Very nice, I mean, young lady, and as you say, we have female and we have male staff, so we need some more female in the extension team. I would like to see more balance, because agriculture is, you know what I mean, is non-gender, you know what I mean, non-gender bias, so we will have to see more young people, and would like to see, I mean, I think we're supposed to raise the garbage from $10 to some $25 or something like that.
Yes.
I hope the money that goes to a fund where anyone who wants to study into the agricultural sector, whether it's in fisheries, the marine department, that money is used and put into education. On whether it's $5 goes to it, and it's $5 goes to in protecting the environment, and it's $5 goes to help the disabilities in a sense like that. That is how when money is collected, I don't have a problem spending money like that. When monies are collected and everything remain the same. And you can't
that's
see.
not good enough,
I have issues with that. So
Yes.
I hope those who are listening, if they collect extra, the 10 dollars that was there, they could go towards clean up the landfill and move to go somewhere else. Then the extra 15 that you add on, 5 supposed to go to, as I said, to young people who want to go and study agriculture. If you can send away 10, 15, 20 people a year time studying agriculture, different sector, in environmental science, soil, you know what I mean, soil chemistry, agronomy, veterinarian, aquaculture, whatever it is, and the next 5 goes in. They figure it out, they're right people. I'm just saying. So until next week, Tuesday again, as I say, remember our guest will be Leonard Stapleton, going to be here, and we're going to speak in agriculture, but we're going back in history lane, because he wrote a book about memories and stuff like that, so we're going to be speaking agriculture. So until then, you guys saying something, Miss Morton, you know, go home? You just been here asleep.
Earlier on, you mentioned that
Yes.
you and my husband had some disagreement between agriculture and fisheries.
Yes.
No, we always back at it, eh?
Okay.
You know, so he wants me to formulate some product within the fishing industry.
Nice.
But I ate something in that, and actually the same product that he wants me to use, I am allergic to it.
Okay.
So, touching on that.
Yes.
If you realize I still have some bumps on my face, it's about 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And I used 2 of my products.
Yes.
If my face was like basically a grater, you know, when I was afraid to go outside, so people would say, "Hey, she's doing skincare. What's wrong with her face?"
Of course.
But I got an allergic reaction.
Of course, I understand that.
And less than 2 weeks, look at my face.
Beautiful
I used the lavender sea salt scrub and our clay beauty along with our toning serum.
All right, so
for persons out there who has any allergic reaction with
Yes.
your face or seafood, whatever it is, we got you covered.
All right.
And our numbers again is 6.
You put your number?
663-7646.
All right.
And
nice.
764-8793.
And let me say one more thing. I mean, definitely working on getting some bumper stickers X-ray for the show. So hopefully, I mean, we'll get.
They go mark on different thing. Everything agriculture for all of them.
Everything agriculture.
Or that we would like one say work with me.
You want to mark and work with you?
I guess we could do that for the shirts there.
For the shirts there. Right. No problem. We work out something. We come up with a design and get to work with me. No problem.
And
like
another
that.
thing, please call first before you come. Sometimes we are out in the yard. The dogs are out.
Yes.
And they are not that friendly.
Well,
so
they're going to see the dog. Can I come up by the gate?
Sometimes they are not out by the gate and people walk in and the dog
Will you come like
ambush?
I hope you guys get insurance. You know, can nobody all make a little here and then.
That's why I tell people call before you open the gate.
Lock your gate. If you have dogs, lock your gate. You understand?
So
guys, you see,
coming, we lock the
we don't
gate,
want to leave. We're having so much fun up inside here. You understand? But it's been a long evening. I mean, Miss Morton, they've been making castor oil all day, and X-Ray had you know what I mean. One of them days, but he pulled through. So it's all good. So definitely, I mean, somebody they put in an order X-ray already. Put in a what?
Walk with me, son.
Definitely, we work with that X-ray. We talk about it. So we're gonna design the shirt or whatever, and then we'll get the ball rolling. So and those bumper stickers and some everything agriculture show and get promote the show some more and get everybody involved. Because the objective is to get people to grow wherever you at listen to the sound of it. You can have a plant in the windowsill, you just need some light. At least you're doing something to help yourself. Make a big difference. Until then, goodbye.
Thank you for listening to 2020 Vision Radio.
From Queen City, Nevis.
I'm here saying for us to represent for the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Big up Bankie, DJ X-Way, you know. So tune in, and if you're on the internet, zoom in. One love, from the Nevis Everything Agriculture Show. Peace to the man. Ain't no place like home. Me don't know about you.